right?
No, I'm not. And you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
How would you?
Man.
Customers usually go through several stages when they hear that their item's not as valuable as they thought. The first is disbelief, followed by denial, anger, and even assault. In this video, we see a woman who assaults a security guard, another insults and body shames Ashley, and one almost takes a swing at Les. The thing all these people have in common is that they were shocked at the real value of their item.
Yes, ma'am.
I was coming to pawn my ring because I have to pay my rent. It was due a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Why you keep looking at my ring like that is real? I mean, what, you want the studs on my lip or something?
Pawning it. I'm not buying it. You're just pawning it. You want to pawn it? Keep control of herself. I don't know what the hell her problem was. I don't give a what her problem was. She's lucky my security staff didn't beat her ass.
There's never a shortage of people who don't know their item is fake. The truth makes this woman explode at Les, but she never stands a chance because Les has backup.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimated price, and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price.
Yeah.
Who did you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone.
Yes,
But we
ma'am.
don't see them over the phone. She's lying.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right. I'm looking at the diamonds, and I know right off the bat the weight is just not gonna make it. I know I am not gonna be able to help her. I can do 185. No, I'm not, and you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Yes, the I am, because that's what I called for. Nikki! What? No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this...
A customer comes in to pawn her jewelry, but she's not ready for what Ashley has to say about it.
Excuse me.
Nikki!
First of all, you're not gonna scream in my store.
No, first of all, you're not gonna walk up on me either.
This is Nikki, and
they told me that they was gonna give me $400.
oh, so look at
And
these
now they telling me
because-
that I can't get my money and I need this now.
Don't you
No,
dare.
that, I need my money right now.
I don't know what this chick was talking about. She was very confused, but I know one thing for certain. Nana needed to go.
You like that?
Well, you disrespected me, my store.
Y'all bitches.
Okay.
Everybody in this
This
mother
is
y'all.
Joe.
All y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye, Nana.
You bitch. All you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's smart enough to leave before security throws her out, but she makes sure that she's got the last word.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. I'm here today. I want to pawn my computer. I'm trying to get my son into a technical high school. I know it's ugly, but it's
No, I didn't say it was ugly. How much you looking to get?
like 175. Oh, that's not enough. I really wish you could give me like 150.
Have you ever had an impound before?
Yeah, I'm a gold card member.
Get it for you for the same amount that you've had it in for.
What was that? You consider the fact that I've been patronizing this business since '97?
I really appreciate
You're not giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want.
157.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done.
Okay. Do you want the 100?
No, I don't.
Okay, then goodbye.
This customer walks in with a laptop and a price that just won't cut it. Ashley knows this one's gonna have to go.
What do you mean goodbye?
You can walk out the store.
I can, but am I going to walk out?
You will.
Who's going to make me? I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this mother. Not giving me what I want.
I don't give everybody what they want.
150.
Well, if you had
As a
something
patron that's been patron since '97.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this mother.
Are you a lady or are you a child?
I don't give a what I am. And don't think that you won't. Because all I got to do is make a phone call. You know what? Get out. I'm not going out of here. Get out. Me up. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Get out of my store now. I've been patronizing this business since '97.
You have an English degree, right?
No, I don't. Y'all.
Despite Ashley's efforts to help her, the woman goes ballistic. Felix, the security guard, escorts the woman out, but she doesn't go quietly.
I was coming in to try and get like $1,500 for this.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my baby daddy out of jail, and I've been really trying to work things out with us. I love him dearly. I was his first phone call, you know, so that lets me know that he loves me.
Huh?
No, not 50 bucks. I want 1,500
I'm sorry,
for
I
these.
can't help you with that.
I said
I don't care what you said.
I want 1,500.
I'm not giving you $1,500.
1,500.
I am not giving you.
To get my man out, okay? I want 1,500. What part of that you ain't understanding?
You need a hug.
No, don't give me no damn hug.
Oh, you need a hug.
I don't want no damn hug. Get off of me.
Put that, baby.
I don't want no hug from you.
Sure.
I don't want no hug from you. Kiss my ass.
Gave her a hug.
The woman comes in to trade baseball cards. However, the only thing she manages to do was initiate a shouting match with Ashley. This one is put out the door fast.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
It's $50.
Then you know this is cost way more than this.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though. So if it wasn't worth, why would you even say $50?
So they didn't say it wasn't worth. Leave
Can
our
I talk to
store.
somebody
Nope.
else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You
I'm the
disrespectful.
manager. I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch. You're
Now
not
what?
the owner. The owner is the other man. You must have. How you get here? You your way to the top.
You.
Customers are just shocked when they're told the real value of their item, but this customer's just straight up disrespectful.
How much you want to spend?
I got $70. I've seen them for $70 to $80 at other pawn shops.
Yeah?
With 2 games.
Put it in as long as you'd like.
Does it come with a warranty?
It comes with an as-is warranty.
Need a PlayStation 3 for $70.
I sell them for $100.
What you gonna do?
Oh, no.
The PlayStation's really hot stuff at the moment, but the customer who wants one is far from hot. He's mostly just hot-headed.
I ain't been shot already. What? Ain't nothing here. You're just another door guy to me. Yeah.
Throw it down. Throw it on the $70.
I ain't. Oh, you don't have it.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Hey, what you think?
What you mean? What is all that about? What is all that about?
No, this is my level. Beat your ass down here. Go. Think you all that? Oh, bitch. You right here.
And a couple empties in there, buddy.
What?
You big.
The guy went from shocked to shouting in a heartbeat. Unfortunately for him, the pawn shop doesn't tolerate.
Moving on, which has 2 heads. So what we got here is a Russian order, and that's what this medal represents. It's a piece of history that dates back 800 years. Pretty neat, huh? Well, neat in the sense of 800 years of Poland's struggles, constantly being conquered, reconquered, and fighting for their freedom throughout their entire history. Users also shared how this whole episode reminded them of their beloved history classes back in their school days. It brought back memories of learning about the triumphs, tragedies, dramas, and even the occasional humor that filled those lessons. With the background story out of the way, Rick finally gets down to the burning question. What's the damn thing worth? Because obviously he bought it without knowing its worth. Okay, so we're talking about a medal of Fabergé quality here. Crazy enough to give Rick some hope. Sadly, Craig has some serious concerning news for him. Apparently, the market for this specific medal is pretty thin. He can't cash, but hey, Craig's always got a solution up his sleeve. So, shop to meet Rick and brought with him some exciting news. He got in contact with a guy in Germany who has a box for this medal, has the ribbon for it, and even the breast star. It's all part of a set, you see, but there's a big hole in the guy's box, specifically for the neck order. And Craig just knew that he finally found a potential buyer for the medal, someone who needs to complete their set. Now, both the parties are ready to strike a deal. One person made a comment praising the honesty of Craig, noting how he offered a price range for the medal that matched its actual value of $30,000 to $40,000. Despite knowing that Rick had only paid $6,000 for it, Craig could have easily offered a lower price, like $12,000, and made a huge profit. But instead, he respected Rick and still managed to make some money while being fair. This man named Randy walked into the store with a huge-ass vending machine. He believes that his machine is from the 1940s.
Candy? Yes, sir. You know who loves candy, right? This guy.
Well, chum, we know your love for candies, But is this deal as sweet as them? This machine sure has Chum's heart, but Randy doesn't even know if it works, and neither does he have the keys to it. Well, let us look into what Chum thinks about it and whether he thinks it would be worth the cost.
Just taking a look at it, I mean, it looks pretty rough shape. There's a lot of rust on it.
It sure needs a good restoration, but Randy wants $1,000 for it. Man, it already needs so much work to be done. I personally don't think it's worth investing so much, but who am I to suggest? Oh, how the Chum had been schooled by experience. A lesson etched deep into the fibers of his being. Scarred by past misjudgments and Rick's scoldings, he now approached each decision with newfound caution. But hold on to your seats, for the words that spilled from the expert's lips were nothing short of astonishing. Get ready to be astonished, for the expert's revelation is nothing short of extraordinary.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh boy, right? The guts are missing. So what this needs...
Man, it is empty inside. All the mechanisms are missing. The expert saved Chum's ass today on this one. The expert adds that in this condition, the machine is max $300. Whoa, that was a low blow for Randy, it seems. He cannot believe the price dropped from $1,000 to just $300.
Up and running and painted, obviously.
$4,500.
$4,500. Okay.
Well, this machine is asking too much. Chum noticed it and got the bargain straight from $1,000 to $75. And they just shook hands on $100. But a deal is a deal. Let's see how Chum restored it and made it a good sales machine for his own bars.
Whoa! Holy Chum bar!
Check it out, right?
That is freaking awesome.
Whoa, the machine is brand new again. No one can even imagine how it was before. And I know you're thinking no one got furious here. But hey, the video doesn't end here. You see, Rick was not so happy about the sweet gift lying in the garage.
Why are your candy bars in it?
That's the gift it keeps on giving, Rick. That thing, you can sell it for $6,500 today. Dollars off it every day for the rest of its life.
Rick's fury reaches its boiling point as he directs his anger toward Chum. With intense frustration in his voice, he makes it clear that he's had enough. In a sharp and cutting tone, Rick declares that if anyone wants to get their hands on Chum's chocolate bar, they can simply take a stroll across the parking lot and purchase it directly from the store. No more concessions or accommodations. The message is clear. Rick has drawn a line in the sand, leaving Chum to face the consequences of his actions. It's a harsh ultimatum that hangs heavily in the air, leaving Chum to contemplate the future of their strained relationship. Will Chum take the opportunity to make amends, or will the rift between them widen further? Only time will tell how this explosive situation will unfold. Ah, the timeless dance of irritation between Chum and Rick, an intricate routine that never fails to provoke a symphony of exasperation. As a well-worn melody played on a perpetual loop, Chum's knack for pushing Rick's buttons has become a legendary saga of vexation and amusement. With each encounter, their interactions tread the line between exasperated sighs and affectionate eye rolls, a delicate balance that keeps the audience captivated. The sparks of frustration fly freely, igniting a wild dynamic that has become an integral part of the show's charm. So, dear observer, prepare yourself for yet another chapter in the saga of Chum and Rick's fierce relationship, where irritation and amusement intertwine in a dance that never ceases to entertain. Did you know that Chum's not just passionate about candies, he is passionate about diving as well? You can't even imagine what he buys next. He goes to buy a sailboat! Yes, you heard it right, a full sailboat. Rick was unhappy about the candy machine. You can't even imagine how he's gonna react to this deal.
Give you that.
The weight of anticipation hangs heavy, like a dark cloud looming overhead. In the midst of this suspenseful moment, Rick's anger simmers beneath the surface, ready to erupt like a volcano. The stakes are high, and the consequences of Chum's potential misstep could be dire.
At that point, man, you think you can get your arms up off belly and none of your body parts on you, bro? After all the stress I have, the last thing I need is a customer causing a scene.
Despite the escalating situation, Les stays calm. He tries to talk sense into the upset customer, especially with a big event coming up the next day.
I know how to walk. I ain't illiterate because I ain't part of the week, and y'all motherfuckers in my middle row and putting them motherfucking games in there. And you wasn't even standing there when I paused it. Somebody need to blow this place up. It's time to go, sir. You ain't gonna get my window. I'm not. Let go. Can I get my week? He'll get it for you, don't worry. You're making a threat like that?
The situation becomes alarming when the upset customer makes a threat to blow up the place. Les, rightfully concerned about the safety of everybody, asks the guy to leave. Security becomes a priority, and the customer's demand for his belongings takes a backseat to the potential danger that he's creating. It's a challenging moment for Les, who's just trying to manage the chaos caused by an irate customer.
How's it going, man?
What's going on, man?
Everything good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Good. What can I do for you?
Let me get at least like $400 for this watch here.
What can I do for you today?
Can I get like 400 for this watch right here? It's worth $820.
Les, chilling at the pawn shop, notices a guy walking in, watch in hand. Les, being friendly, asks how things are going. The guy, hopeful, wants $400 for his watch. Les, the cool pawn detective, calmly discusses the watch's worth, revealing it's valued at about $82.
Yo, man, tell me the truth. What'd you really pay?
Telling you the truth, man. Come on, give me four for this watch, man. Come on, man.
We deal in high-end watches. This was worthless. Nothing for us to deal with.
Come on, give me like $450 for this watch.
You yelling at me.
I got a baby on the way, dog.
Congratulations.
I'm sick of living at the crib, man. My girl on my head.
The negotiation heat rises as the guy insists on $400, but Les suggests $7. The guy, pleading and sharing his life story about a baby on the way, asks for $400 again. Les stands firm, offering him the same price, which leads to a bit of yelling. The guy, feeling frustrated, calls the place bull ass and expresses his discontent.
You want $10?
Oh, no. How the do with $10?
I have no idea.
Go to Coney Island. Give me
Coney Island is good.
No, Coney Island on $10. Got a baby on the way. They gonna do this to me, dog. What you looking like a crazy fool?
The tension escalates and the guy feels disrespected, using strong words and even threatening Les. Les, staying cool, suggests maybe he should have been given $400, hinting at a broken lamp that needs payment. The situation gets intense, with the guy considering if he should have taken the deal.
Cash for this watch, man. 400?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a bullshit ass place, man. This whole ass place, dog.
Excuse me.
You call it what? You call him a bitch?
You?
I'll knock you the out. You don't know who you talking to.
Tell me.
Dog, don't touch me, homie, dog. Touch me, dude.
Then maybe he would have been able to pay me for the lamp that he broke.
Yo, I'm off you, dog.
The guy, still upset, leaves the shop, but not without some fiery words. Les reflects on the encounter, realizing maybe he should have given $400 to avoid the chaos. The drama ends, leaving behind a mix of emotions and a used watch. Life at the pawn shop remains unpredictable and full of surprises.
How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
I'm Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
you.
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're gonna give me $500.
Well, actually, if this was gold, but it was brass, it had no value. I understand. You have court issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I don't know why you do.
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You gotta give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No, you give me something
Just don't
for
beat
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that. It's the. Ow, I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Get out of here! I go
You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy. I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister. So what you got?
The atmosphere takes an unexpected turn when the woman unveils a unique item, a mysterious fox mink. Les, unfamiliar with such creatures, engages in a lighthearted conversation to understand more about this fox mink. The woman, with a hint of mystery, reveals her intention to sell it.
A mink fox?
I don't know. I'm not into animals.
Fox. I've heard of fox. I've heard of mink. So fox mink. Did you want to pause?
As the conversation unfolds, Les dives into the details of the fox mink, trying to grasp its worth. The woman shares anecdotes about the origins of the item, painting a vivid picture of its history. Les, playing the role of the detective, subtly negotiates and gathers information to figure out the best deal.
So, how much did you want for it?
$50,000.
The encounter concluded with the woman deciding to part ways with her fox mink. Les, using his seasoned charm, finalizes the deal. The quirky tale of the winter-dressed woman and her unique pawned item adds an unexpected twist to the usual pawn shop routine, leaving both parties with a memorable experience.
Seth and Les's fight. Les and Ashley seemed to be discussing some serious stuff. Felt like something serious had happened. Everyone is so strange there. Aha, Seth is coming. Quite mysterious and in wrath. He has asked Les to come in and join him.
One way or another, makes no difference to me. It's up to you.
Come talk to me.
Something is definitely happening, which has made Seth so furious. Let's see what is the matter. Oh my God, Seth questioned Les about his policy changing. He's inquiring why he has changed the policy.
You tell my guys after I set policy that the policy is being changed to your old bullshit ways?
Both are yelling like anything at each other. Seth is screaming that why Les has made changes to the things while Les is getting angry because of Seth's ruthless behavior. It's gonna be very serious. Everyone is intrigued by what is the matter. Les has claimed Seth to pay $40,000 back as per the changed policy.
Giving a 40,000 square foot free-for-all back there? That's no policy!
What do you think brought us to here, Seth?
But Seth is not getting anything. They are having a fight. Oh my God, Seth put fuel into the fire by saying that he can handle the shop better than him. Les is stunned. Everyone around is listening and is terrified of what will happen now.
It's outdated. I can run this place better. I know exactly what needs to be done. I want the opportunity to run this place.
Les is going to take everything very seriously. God knows where that anger will lead both of them to. Les is tailoring Seth that he cannot do anything, and without Les, the pawn shop would close. No one can run the shop better than Les. But things are not getting cool. Seth yelled after Les and got out of the cabin. Ashley, listening to all this, is making fun. God, it is not that serious.
You have no idea what's going on anymore. You need to retire, and I need to take over.
Ashley should take the things to the ground and take it seriously. Well, Les, in his anger, was constantly getting furious over that debate. Man got beaten by Les. Well, people, there came a black young boy towards Ashley's counter. Ashley asked him, "Greetings. So, is he here to sell something?"
So you want to just pawn it, right? Because you want to be able to get it back?
Yeah.
How much are you looking for?
Hope so. It will be a good deal for that man, until or unless something happens. He is here to sell the ring of his grandmother who just passed away. Well, a really sad news, but it won't affect the deal because business is always a business. He wants to sell this ring to have some money in order to make some funeral arrangements. Well, whatever the cause is, Ashley checked it out, and to surprise, it wasn't real.
Do you have anything else? Because this, unfortunately, is not real.
It is a fake gold, so it can't make money. This statement made the man angry. He started shouting how strange and creepy it is. He should not react this way. If the ring is not real gold, it is not someone's issue. He should take it out with himself. He started yelling at Ashley, and Ashley is just controlling herself.
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
She does not want to create some mess, but he's not stopping. I think he wants to insult himself. It will make things go mad. He is extremely screaming and trying to hit her out. That crazy man is calling death. The guard came who held him up and set him onto the floor. He's trying to beat Ashley and getting over her.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't put your finger in my face.
Well, the guard is keeping him away. Les is here. Matter is gonna be very serious. That man is not understanding the matter, still trying to fight. Guard taking him out of the shop. Les is joined and is getting angry over that man. Les and the guard beat him and get him out. Oh my God, what a fight. That crazy man. Lady yelling at shop. Hey there, welcome to the Pawn Shop Records, where things get crazier than a wacky TV show. Today's main character is this lady with a cap and a cool style who thinks she's the pawn shop queen.
Alright, I'm Terry Dawson. I came to get my ring, my computer, and my 60-inch TV.
So, watching this, she walks in, demands a ring and TV, but has no ticket or ID. She insists she comes every week, but cannot remember the shopkeeper's name. It's like a strange game of guess the pawn shop guy's name.
I mean, I come in here like every week on Saturday.
Really? What's my name?
As things toast up, our main character loses it, and the shopkeeper, getting fed up, kicks her out in a hurry. Exit stage left with flair.
I jumped over the counter. I got her ass out of here. A lot of things you can call me. You ain't gonna call me that.
But hold on, the drama does not end there. This lady goes full-on crazy mode, drops her pants, and starts peeing in public. Yep, it's like a wild comedy show right in the pawn shop.
I gotta piss. Real piss.
Because of the wonderful human being.
And now, fast forward to another day, we have got a classic couple, a guy with a steel bracelet and an angry wife. He tries to sell his bling, but the shopkeeper is not interested at all. It's like trying to find a puck riding a unicorn.
No, you mean I be tripping? No, you be tripping.
All right.
Enter the wife, bursting in with a storm of punches on her husband. It's like a funny TV show, but with more potential and less laughter. Ah, Pawn Shop Life, where every visit is like a crazy reality show that never quite makes it to the big screen.
So this customer walks into the shop with this antique necklace, claiming it's been passed down through generations.
Can you help me, sir? I'm trying to get a nice deal on my antique necklace. It's been passed down from generation to generation. My grandfather gave it to me, okay?
Les isn't exactly doing cartwheels because this necklace isn't blinged out with diamonds or gold, just some crystals. But the customer's on a mission for a sweet deal, even if it's not a precious metal masterpiece.
My grandfather gave it to him.
But Les, being more into precious metals than history, isn't interested.
So, how much can I get?
Well, you can't get anything. It's not diamonds, it's not gold, it's just crystals.
Now hold up, Les spots the customer's rings and gets that twinkle in his eye. But the customer's all like, I want a deal on the necklace, dude. Les, though, is playing hardball, saying they only dance with precious metals. No crystals invited to this ball.
Customer's rings catch Les's eye.
I'll take your rings.
Rings ain't for sale today. How much would you pawn this for?
I won't take that in pawn because we only take precious metal.
Now, cue the shouting match. Back and forth negotiations, but it's like a standoff and no deal is going down.
Now, take it. But I think you need to work something out with me, man. What he standing here for, man? Tell me, brother. It's antique, man. Nope.
The customer tries negotiating with Les, but no deal is struck. The security, though, offers a deal of their own.
Customers are not thrilled, yelling about deals and fairness. It's a bit of a scene, you know? But here's the twist. Les finally gives in and says, alright, give me those rings. Customer storms out, still yelling a bit. Whew, man. Antique shop life. Am I right?
I'm antique, bro.
I don't want to talk. Me and you.
No deal.
Deal.
No deal.
How much you gonna give me for?
Let's talk about it on the way out the door.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on, bro, man. Hold on. I can leave on my own. Hey, what's up? Big fella?
Have a nice day.
Gave me something.
Give me the ring. I'll take the ring in pawn.
Don't worry about it.
These two guys roll up to the pawn shop claiming they got hustled out of their laptops and dropping hints that a shop employee might be in on it. Tough back.
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops.
Les, the big boss, gets called in to handle this mess. As the duo spills their story, turns out they handed their laptops to some lady outside the shop, lured in by the promise of cash and laptop return.
Tell me,
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna give us the money and the laptops back because she knew somebody.
Les is legit shocked. These guys expecting help after a sketchy deal? Nah, no way. You can see it on his face. Neither.
Okay, wait, you pawned something?
Yes, she had the ticket.
When did you pawn it?
Today.
Now the guys want Les to switch the ticket for the laptops, but Les is playing detective. He's like, when did this supposed pawn deal go down? Today, they claim, Les smells something fishy and wonders if his employees are pulling a fast one, out of his way to help them.
That's what we were trying to contact the owner because we want.
I am the owner.
I'm just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have them.
You can, it's in her name.
Legally, Les says the laptops belong to the lady. He can't just hand them over. The guys are desperate, suggesting a name switch on the ticket, but Les is like, nah, those laptops are technically hers.
I wanted to know if
I can't do it because, according to law, they belong to her, not you.
Oh my God, Sal.
Okay, so Les is in the mood. If they can ID the employee involved, he'll hand back their computers. They leave, but they can't deliver, depending whoever the employee is.
If you can find out which one of my employees, you give me the guy's name, I'll give you the computers. Find me out what I need to know, I can make magic happen.
Les, a pawn shop pro, suggests they hit up the cops and file a report. Guys are desperate, try to negotiate, but Les shuts down any rule bending.
Every transaction we did today is still accounted for, so it's here. All you guys need to do is fill out a police report. We can handle it that way.
Les shuts down any notion of bending the rules, highlighting that their laptops belong to the lady.
Any way I can just switch the name.
No, because they're in her name. They technically belong to her.
And they don't belong to her.
Les makes it clear they're not getting their stuff back without paying for it. If any of that.
Inside job, and once we figured out, we came back and trying to tell you.
No, that's not the way it went.
That's not the way it went. The way it went was, you pawn your laptops to this pawn shop.
Les drops the truth bomb. No laptops without paying. It's a lesson on greed.
Here's the way it works. Nobody gets out of pawn without paying for it, and nothing goes out the back door.
The boy still thought humble, but out of nowhere, he switches to R-rated mode, throwing around some colorful language.
Let me lay on this mother. This is a sex table? Damn, I'll get some on this mother boy. Come on, Ashley, man.
Les isn't having any of it.
Bitch, that's what I've been screaming for. Come here. Get your ass over and shut up.
He's like, Ashley, we need backup. Shut this down. Now it's getting wild. Dude is on a bed.
Get kicked in the face? Look, let me ask you something. No, you be quiet. Look, come this way, baby. If you let me, I'll be slapping that ass.
Les steps in and drops the truth bomb. We're not turning this place into a free-for-all. But hold on, he's not just playing referee. There's the threat of a face kick. Yikes.
Really? We don't think so? You don't disrespect my daughter-in-law?
Les isn't messing around. He tells the customer, don't mess with my family.
His family.
I'll tear that up, boy. I'll tear that up. Tear that out of here. Understand that? Don't
The customer throws out an apology, but man, what a scene, right?
with my kid. I'm sorry, man. Don't with my kid. I'm sorry, Les. I'm sorry, man.
This guy, Mark Hollingsworth, waltzes into the shop with the kind of sketchy idea. He's all like, I own this company dealing with watches, cars, and parking problems. But trust me, his sales pitch is as smooth as sandpaper.
Yes, Mark Hollingsworth.
Mark Hollingsworth.
Do you have a company out that does any of your, watches your lot or anything like that, takes any of the cars out?
We do.
Right off the bat, it's clear Mark's trying some passive-aggressive marketing. Les isn't buying it, though. Mark's still pushing, suggesting towing away illegally parked cars. Les, smelling potential scams, puts his foot down. No signing anything.
Better business venture than what?
Well, then probably what you're working out right now.
I must be missing something.
Okay, well, there's nothing to be missing. If somebody's parked illegally, we want to be...
Tension builds as Mark insists on linking their businesses. Les draws the line, saying Mark can't come in and shake him down. It gets really intense, and Les gives Mark an ultimatum. Leave or get tossed out.
I want the business. We're kind of working the area right here.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm going to give you...
Les, not one to back down, successfully kicks Mark out. Mark, feeling a bit defiant, says he'll be back, but Les isn't bothered. He's like, you're not welcome here. but he just won't get a clue.
This is gonna be our business as well.
No, it's definitely not going to be.
Listen.
No, you listen. You are not coming into my business and trying.
Very nice way to promote a business.
Right here,
Here's the way it's going to work, sir. You can leave nicely, or we can throw your ass out.
I tried coming in
Nobody
here.
comes in here shaking me down. Do you understand that?
Les has got grit and refuses to fall for dodgy deals. Mark's attempt to twist his way into a business thing totally backfires, leaving Les with one message. His pawn shop isn't a playground for shady schemes.
I'm not leaving anywhere right there.
Yeah, of course you're not.
I'll be back in.
All right, come on back.
And him, and
Well, at least they managed to buckle up for this one. A dude storms in on a mission to find the perfect anniversary gift, a watch for his wife. It's their anniversary too. Sweet vibes, right?
The next customer comes to the store in search of the perfect anniversary gift.
I need to get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
It's not your anniversary too?
But hold on, he hits us with a curveball. Wants to trade in a necklace that supposedly belonged to his grandma.
Mine too. She said, this belonged to my grandmother. Probably worth a lot of money. I just want to bring it up and see what you think. Maybe we'll do a trade for a watch.
Plot twist. Les finds out it's a fake. Oof. But this dude still got game, pushing for that watch trade.
When he discovers that the necklace he brought is fake,
Well, do you really want me to tell you what I think? They're not real. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
What are you going to give me for this? I want to trade for a watch.
It's fake. I'm not interested.
Les ain't fooled though. He's like, nah, that necklace is worth zilch.
the persistent husband insists on making a deal.
Let me see what you got in watches. And so what are you saying? This is worth absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
The situation.
And then it gets spicy. The persistent husband starts trash talking Les's family. Big mistake.
I am?
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me.
Oh man, big mistake. Les draws the line telling him there are two things you don't talk about: wives and family.
I don't think so.
This crosses a line for Les.
Listen, mother. Two things you don't talk about: wife and my family.
The little boy and that.
It heats up. A little scuffle breaks out and security has to step in.
Badass daughter of yours. Get off of me, don't.
Where you got to go?
Les isn't letting it slide. He's like, get out and don't let the door hit you on the way.
Why'd?
I hurt you guys so bad.
Sure you will.
Better get two people, fat man.
Get the out of 2, 3, 4, out the door.
Ashley's dealing with this guy who wants to pawn his grandma's ring, and it's kind of a bummer because she recently passed away. Sad vibes.
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like hoping to see what I could get for this.
Okay, so whose ring is this?
My grandma's.
Ding! But plot twist. Ashley checks the ring and bam, it's fake gold. The guy can't believe it, goes from sad to frustrated.
How much is your rent?
$300.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's not real.
What you mean it's not real?
It's not.
Ashley suggests pawning other stuff like a TV, but that just makes him more annoyed. Leave.
Basically, y'all sit up here and waste my time talking to you.
You don't waste your time. If you have a TV, you can pawn your TV.
What the I look like pawning my TV?
Now he's all, I want to talk to someone else. More irate.
I need to speak with somebody.
Big snuggle buddy Byron steps in, sensing trouble. The guy's getting more heated, and Byron's like, calm down, lower your voice.
Tell me what to do. Don't put your finger in my face. Don't put your finger in.
Then it gets crazy. The guy threatens Ashley. Byron's not having it, tells him to leave. But nope, the guy stays put. So Byron has to physically escort him out. Ashley and Byron are like the peacekeepers, dealing with the chaos and keeping the shop in order. Headed to threaten Ashley, an action that wasn't very well received.
Bitch, I'll be back, bitch.
On the ground, mother. You're talking that now, get the hell out of here.
Here comes a young man eager to make a deal at the shop.
A young man comes into the shop.
He's waving something around, claiming he wants at least $100 for it. Les, the owner, isn't having it, saying it's not worth that much and offers him $20 instead.
To the shop.
I'm trying to see how much I can get for this. I'm trying to get at least 100 for it.
$100?
Yeah.
I won't even be able to sell it for near that.
So how much can you give me, man?
$20?
The young man is not thrilled, insisting he needs at least $100.
I need my money.
I understand.
At least $100 for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard? I'll sell you like 4 of them for less than that.
Why would I want to bow? I'm trying to get...
Tempers start rising and he's yelling for more staff, demanding to see a manager ASAP. Les, sensing the commotion, steps in.
Dollars. Why is there more staff out here? Get some help. I've been waiting for an hour. I need to see a manager right now.
The situation escalates quickly as the young man disrespects Les, calling him old man.
On.
What the you gonna do, old man?
Who you calling?
This sets Les off, and in a moment of rage, something regrettable happens. Les takes charge, telling the young man it's time to go, and the drama unfolds.
Thing he will regret later.
Who the you calling him? Really, mother? I got this. I got it.
You wanna give me more than $20?
Get out.
Les takes matters into his own hands.
Dude walks in, right? And he brings in some equipment, no beating around the bush, and straight up expects a cool $100 for it. Can you believe that?
Like, I'm trying to get at least $100 for it.
$100?
Yeah.
I won't even be able to sell it for
Well, the guy just flat out tells him that there's no way he can cough up $100. So the customer's disappointed, but hey, at least he's keeping his cool, right?
So how much can you give me, man?
$20.
Well, we're clueless about what this dude's gonna pull off next. But hold up. Seth comes swooping in to handle the situation like a boss. Let's see how he tackles it.
Sitting on the back? Do you know what it is?
It don't matter how many you sitting on in the back.
Because then I can't...
Well, things are seriously heating up, and it's turning into a real mess. Seth tries to talk some sense into the guy, but he's just not cooperating. And instead, he's shouting like there's no tomorrow.
Dollars for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard?
Yeah, I mean...
Really, you paid $200.
So Seth breaks it down for him, saying it's not even worth $100. But this dude is now causing a scene, making a big fuss that's grabbing everyone's attention, to be honest.
I'm trying to get money for it. I've been waiting in this line for an hour. I need more than two.
This guy seriously needs to calm down. He's dropping way too many curse words. And honestly, it's gonna be his one-way ticket out of the shop. That's when Les steps in to take charge. Let's see how that plays out.
You gonna do, old man?
Who you calling old mother?
Old man?
No way, he actually said that? Like seriously, what the heck? This guy just keeps digging his own grave, making the situation even worse for himself. Brace yourself, because what he does next is gonna leave you absolutely stunned.
Really, mother? I got this. I got it.
You wanna give me more than 20?
Oh my god, seriously? Can you believe it? This dude actually tried to mess with Les and thought he could get away with it without being kicked out. That's some messed up behavior right there. Like, what on earth was he even thinking?
Wait for an hour.
Really? Me? You.
Well, he totally got what he deserved. But guess what? That's not even the end of it. Props to Ashley for still trying to explain things calmly and patiently.
Where do you see a swipe thing on this? Do you see a
Someone needs to rein in this woman because the way she's throwing a fit over a gift card is seriously ridiculous. I mean, does she not even realize how foolish she looks? Just look at her, still going on and making an absolute spectacle of herself. And last but not least, we get this other dude who goes absolutely bonkers. But here's the kicker. It's not about something he wants to buy or pawn. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth set him off then? Well, keep watching to find out.
Hey, how you doing? I'm here to buy an engagement ring.
No kidding, this guy is actually here to buy an engagement ring. Whoa, that's some exciting news, isn't it? Les coolly presents a selection of engagement rings, and you'd think everything would go smoothly, right? Well, except for the blaring car horns outside, because of course, nothing can be too easy. Oh, damn. So that's the reason for all the honking? There's a massive truck just sitting smack in the middle of the parking lot. Now, take a wild guess. Whose truck do you think that might be? Come on, give it a shot. It's not rocket science.
Semi-truck.
And then it's white gold.
That's me.
Sir, can you...
Ding, ding, ding. It's none other than this guy. So Les politely requests him to move his truck from there. And what do you think his response was?
Find your place to park?
Oh man, come on now. I'm in a hurry. I can't be moving my truck in this.
Yikes, did he seriously say that? I mean, how do some people not have basic common sense? Did he genuinely think he was doing the right thing? Les is clearly not putting up with it, and you could totally see that.
You don't have an option. You have to move your truck. I'll be more than happy to show you.
Can you believe this guy had the nerve to straight up say no? Well, let me tell you, things are about to take a turn for the worse for him. But just when he thought he couldn't dig himself any deeper, he goes ahead and proves you wrong.
Why are you so rude?
I'm not moving the damn truck.
Byron, take over.
Well, obviously he's about to get kicked out, and trust me, you gotta watch this. It's absolutely hilarious.
Move the truck. Come on, man. That's wrong, bro. Next time, parking on the freeway.
This dude should be totally embarrassed about his behavior. And oh boy, he didn't stop there. He just kept on going. And the last straw was this.
Move your truck!
Silver Surfer. Oh, guess what? We've got a bona fide comic enthusiast here. Big surprise. Like, who isn't, right?
Wood board. It is wrapped in a vac metal plastic wrap.
Oh, what a shocker. It's a collector's item. Experts are gonna agree.
Well, online, these things go for $3,000. Actually, Silver's...
Hey, genius. If you're after that dream price, maybe hit up a comic store. Selling your treasure trove at a pawn shop? Yeah, real brainiac move here, buddy.
900 bucks. That's it.
Think I'm gonna have to walk. All right.
Custom-made electric chair. Folks, take a puff. We've witnessed all sorts of weirdness at the pawn shop, but this fella's cranked it up a notch. Check out his wild sell list.
So tell us a little bit about him.
We have Halloween retail stores. This is a custom-made electric chair. There's a whole show if you guys want to see it.
Sure, go ahead, show us.
Hell yeah!
I'm really into this kind of thing. This might be the new feature at my house on Halloween.
Oh, just what we all need. A bedside toy that screams Halloween 24/7. No biggie, except it's art, not like living in a slasher fic or anything.
So we're looking to get about $8,000. Brand new, they're just above 9.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Buy a used one that's 6 years old.
Well, the cool thing about this one is that they don't make them like this anymore.
You're right, they don't. The new ones are digital.
Well, guys, Mr. Ambitious over here is dead set on this mystery item. Heaven knows what his grand plan is, but Les has a style for a bargain.
Thank you very much for bringing
Thank
it
you.
in. We appreciate it.
Damn it. I'm a little disappointed that I gotta schlep it back home, but with Michigan being, like the #1 state for haunted houses and attractions and things like that.
Elephant skull haggle. Oh, guess what? No fancy sofa, no blingy ring, and no one-of-a-kind Carta pedal? No worries. How about you trade an elephant skull for some greens? Because that's normal, right?
The skull of an elephant.
Really?
Very unusual.
It's very unusual.
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. It's where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I
So-
can promise you nobody has ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
Ever wondered where one finds a thing like that? Well, surprise, surprise, there's a thriving market for massive elephant skulls. Yeah, you heard it right. Skull heads.
1,000. That's as low as I'm gonna go.
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are buying now for $2,300 and the Asians are $1,900.
The good part was, it's worth the money. There is a demand for elephant skulls, but I'll be damned if I'm giving it away.
Okay, peeps. When Les locks onto something, prepare for a solar eclipse, because he's not releasing his grip. Anyway, there's a plot twist in this pawn shop drama.
I got $700 bills waiting for me.
$750.
$700. And if you think it's worth $50 for you to schlep it home,
It isn't.
Schlep it.
It isn't.
Schlep it.
I'll give it to you for $7.
You got a deal. Thank you very much.
Thank
Come
you.
right over
Thank
here.
you.
We'll
Thank
take
you.
care
All
of
right.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you.
Bone Rattler. Okay, people, the granddaddy of speed in the house. Ready to snatch up a drag racing car from the pawn shop? Who knew shuffleboard was just a warm-up?
This guy is an expert. He knows all about drag racers. So does Jeff. Jeff is my jeweler, but he's much more knowledgeable with engines than I am. The guy that sold it to me said it cost him $85,000 to put it together.
Probably clipping along at about 250 miles an hour.
Fire this puppy up.
I don't know how to start it.
Gather around, youngsters. We got a drag racing sage here, boasting a mere 30 years under his belt. So the wisdom dump is here, as he schools the pawn shop owner.
You know how to start him?
Sure.
I knew you did. How long you been racing dragsters?
For about 30 years.
Oh.
You ready for this?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, Mr. Been There, Done That. Let's see if your drag racing tales can seal this deal or take a nosedive. Now, coming straight to the negotiation.
20 grand.
7,500.
I don't think so. If you give me the money today, 15,000. I'll throw the skeletons in for free. We have a deal for 15,000?
I guess so.
Thank you very much.
Have a good
Enjoy
day.
your new car.
This next lady has real poor luck, but it does not excuse her behavior.
Wait, man. The door's right there. Have a good day.
Because you got a big dude, you think you hot?
So this lady storms into the store demanding her stuff back, which happens to be just 2 TVs. The receptionist asks her for some ID and tickets as proof, but this lady is completely clueless.
I need your ID or the tickets. My what?
She doesn't have any of those things, and here comes the shocker. Her boyfriend pawned off her belongings. Can you believe it? Now she wants them back, and it's a pretty messed up situation to be honest. She explains to the receptionist that she can't provide the required documents because her no-good boyfriend isn't even around anymore. He left her high and dry. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Now Ashley, who overhears the whole thing, initially sympathizes with this poor girl. But hold up, that sympathy doesn't last for long, and for good reason.
I feel terrible for her, but I can't help her without her ticket.
This customer suddenly loses her mind, like all the anger in the world has consumed her. And guess what she does next? Brace yourselves, people. She starts yelling and banging on the glass window, demanding her precious TV. Seriously, that's not how you get things done. Even if someone is trying to help you, no one will tolerate that kind of behavior. Ashley, understandably furious, tells her to back off. The situation gets so heated that Ashley has to step out of the room to confront this unruly customer. And guess what? This lady has the audacity to threaten Ashley. Well, Ashley isn't one to back down, so she tells her to get the heck out of the shop. This customer is beyond crazy, I tell you. It seems like she had a truckload of problems even before she set foot in the store.
What? I dare you.
Now, the bodyguard steps in to escort her out, but oh boy, this girl goes on a rampage. She knocks over everything in her path, completely enraged. Come on, girl, you seriously need to chill out.
Bye. What? I can't leave.
Finally, they manage to get her out of the shop, but you won't believe what happens next. Unlike the previous guy who threw a plant, this woman tries not once, not twice, but 3 freaking times to break back into the store. I mean, seriously, woman, get a grip on yourself. This is just embarrassing for everyone involved.
But damn it, we're not your local psychologist neither.
Even the bodyguard has had enough at this point, and he can only imagine what kind of crazy exchange must have taken place. Man, oh man, what a wild scene that must have been. This next guy is the most polite guy you'll see, but things take an interesting turn.
I'm trying to help you solve your issue.
What you mean? What you mean?
Well, folks, let me tell you about this wild encounter that went down, starting with a seemingly innocent greeting.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
Little did anyone know, trouble was brewing. You see, this poor customer was feeling down because his dear grandma had passed away. He needed to sell something urgently to scrape together enough cash to cover his rent. Now that's a tough spot to be in, right? Enter Ashley, a real gem of a person. She genuinely empathized with this guy and offered a helping hand. So the dude decides to sell his late grandma's ring, thinking it's made of real gold and worth a fortune. Ashley, being the responsible gal she is, takes a good look at the ring to verify its authenticity. And guess what? It's not the real deal, folks. It's as fake as a knockoff Rolex.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Naturally, Ashley breaks the news to the guy and asks if he's got anything else to pawn instead. But this fella, he ain't buying it. He's convinced that Ashley's got it all wrong, and he wasted his precious time chatting with her. Well, hold your horses, buddy. Ashley calmly reassures him that his time wasn't wasted and suggested he could pawn his TV instead. But oh boy, this suggestion hit a nerve. He starts acting all weird and uncooperative, throwing a tantrum.
TV. You can pawn your TV.
What the I look like?
Now, here's where things get intense. Ashley's just trying her darn best to help this guy out, but he's not having it. He demands his ring back and starts searching for someone else to deal with.
I'm trying to do whatever I can to help him.
It's not making no sense.
And when Ashley tries to explain that she's simply doing her job to lend a hand, it's like a switch flip inside this guy's head. He goes ballistic, questioning Ashley's every move and acting all erratic. It's honestly a bit scary, folks. Believe it or not, this fella has the audacity to tell Ashley to lower her voice, even though he's the one causing all the ruckus. Talk about pushing boundaries. He even has the nerve to put his hand on her face trying to belittle her. And get this, he's not even listening.
Lower your voice.
Don't
Lower your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower your
put your
voice.
He's busy with his threats, making Ashley's job even harder. But our girl Ashley, bless her heart, stands her ground like a champ. But wait for it, folks. Here comes the jaw-dropping twist. Out of nowhere, a hero emerges.
My face. Don't put your finger in my face.
Bam! This mysterious stranger slams our angry customer to the ground, WWE style. Can you believe it? And that's not all, folks. This hero then grabs the unruly fella and drags him out of the place. Because guess what? The dude still won't quit.
That's right.
No, I'm not. And you're not going to come in here demanding money from me.
How would you?
Man.
Customers usually go through several stages when they hear that their item's not as valuable as they thought. The first is disbelief, followed by denial, anger, and even assault. In this video, we see a woman who assaults a security guard, another insults and body shames Ashley, and one almost takes a swing at Les. The thing all these people have in common is that they were shocked at the real value of their item.
Yes, ma'am.
I was coming to pawn my ring because I have to pay my rent. It was due a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Why you keep looking at my ring like that is real? I mean, what, you want the studs on my lip or something?
Pawning it. I'm not buying it. You're just pawning it. You want to pawn it? Keep control of herself. I don't know what the hell her problem was. I don't give a what her problem was. She's lucky my security staff didn't beat her ass.
There's never a shortage of people who don't know their item is fake. The truth makes this woman explode at Les, but she never stands a chance because Les has backup.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimated price and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price.
Yeah.
Who did you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
we don't see them over the phone. She is lying.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right. I'm looking at the diamonds, and I know right off the bat the weight is just not gonna make it. I know I am not gonna be able to help her. I can do 185. No, I'm not. And you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Yes, I am, because that's what I called for. Nikki! What? No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this...
A customer comes in to pawn her jewelry, but she's not ready for what Ashley has to say about it.
Excuse me.
Nikki!
First of all, you're not gonna scream in my store.
No, first of all, you're not gonna walk up on me either.
This is Nikki, and
they told me that they was gonna give me $400.
Oh, so look at this.
And now they telling me that I can't get my money and I need it now.
Don't you dare.
I need my money right now.
I don't know what this chick was talking about. She was very confused, but I know one thing for certain. Nana needed to go.
You like that?
Well, you disrespected my store.
Y'all bitches. Okay. Everybody in this mother y'all.
Joe.
All y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nana.
You bitch. Oh, you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's smart enough to leave before security throws her out, but she makes sure that she's got the last word.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. I'm here today. I want to pawn my computer. I'm trying to get my son into a technical high school. I know it's ugly, but it's
No, I didn't say it was ugly. How much you looking to get?
Like 175. Oh, that's not enough. I really wish you could give me like 150.
Have you ever had an impound before?
Yeah, I'm a gold card member.
Get it for you for the same amount that you've had it in for.
What was that? You consider the fact that I've been patronizing this business since '97?
I really appreciate
you're not giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want.
157.
You done?
No, I'm not done.
Okay. Do you want the 100?
No, I don't.
Okay, then goodbye.
This customer walks in with a laptop and a price that just won't cut it. Ashley knows this one's gonna have to go.
What do you mean goodbye?
You can walk out the store.
I can. But am I going to walk out?
You will.
Who's going to make me? I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this motherfucker. Not giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want.
150.
Well, if you had
as
something
a patron that's been patron since '97.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this motherfucker.
Are you a lady or are you a child?
I don't give a what I am. And don't think that you won't. Because all I got to do is make a phone call.
You know what?
Get out. I'm not going out.
Get out.
Me up. Don't touch me. You touch me. Get out of my store now. I've been patronizing this business since 97.
You have an English degree, right?
No, I don't. Y'all.
Despite Ashley's efforts to help her, the woman goes ballistic. Felix, the security guard, escorts the woman out, but she doesn't go quietly.
I was coming in to try and get like $1,500 for this.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my baby daddy out of jail, and I've been really trying to work things out with us. I love him dearly. I was his first phone call, you know, so that lets me know that he loves me.
Huh?
No, not $50. I want $1,500
I'm sorry,
for
I
these.
can't help you with that.
I said.
I don't care what you said.
I said I want $1,500.
I'm not giving you $1,500.
$1,500.
I am not giving you.
To get my man out, okay? I want $1,500. What part of that you ain't understanding?
You need a hug.
No, don't give me no damn hug.
Oh, you need a hug.
I don't want no damn hug. Stop. Get off of me.
Good day, baby.
I don't want no hug from you.
You sure?
I don't want no hug from you. Kiss my ass.
Gave her a hug.
The woman comes in to trade baseball cards. However, the only thing she manages to do was initiate a shouting match with Ashley. This one is put out the door fast.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
It's $50.
Then you know this costs way more than this.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though. So if it wasn't worth, why would you even say $50?
So they didn't say it wasn't worth. Leave
Can
our
I
store.
talk to somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You
I'm the
disrespectful.
manager. I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch. You're
Now
not
what?
the owner. The owner is the other man. You must have. How you get here? You your way to the top.
You.
Customers are just shocked when they're told the real value of their item, but this customer's just straight up disrespectful.
How much you want to spend?
I got $70. I've seen them for $70 to $80 at other pawn shops.
Yeah?
With 2 games.
Put it in as long as you'd like.
Does it come with a warranty?
It comes with an as-is warranty.
Need a PlayStation 3 for $70.
I sell them for $100.
What you gonna do?
I don't know.
The PlayStation's really hot stuff at the moment, but the customer who wants one is far from hot. He's mostly just hot-headed.
Hey, you been shot already. What? Ain't nothing here. You're just another door guy to me. Yeah.
Throw it down. Throw it on $70.
Oh, you don't have it.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Hey, what you think?
I'm telling you, what is all that about? What is all that about?
No, this one level beat your ass down here. Go. Think you all that? Oh, bitch. Do it right here.
And a couple empties in there, buddy.
What?
You big.
The guy went from shocked to shouting in a heartbeat. Unfortunately for him, the pawn shop doesn't tolerate that nonsense.
They're not real.
What? No, these is real. Look, when you holding up to the light, ding, you hear that? Ding, that's the diamond sound.
Don't you think I would offer you money for them?
No, I know what this is. Why your big ass standing here? What the you want? So you can give me my $300. Whatever, Tomei, my ass haters. Haters. Bye.
Have a nice day.
The next customer is a lady with diamonds from her fiance, or so she thinks. Les breaks the bad news to the lady, but she's got a hard time accepting the facts.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I help you?
If I'm trying to pawn this,
35 millimeter, right?
yeah,
How much are you looking for?
just about $30. Got my baby's birthday coming up and just need a couple of extra dollars to help out. Stuff situated for him.
What do you have planned?
For his birthday?
Mm-hmm.
A birthday party, you know, cake, ice cream.
To try and get money from us. And the kid ratted her out saying, yeah, my birthday's in 2 months. There's a little bit of time you have before then to come back and hopefully have something of value.
And I really would have appreciated any little thing that you could have gave me.
10 years ago.
This is some bull because y'all could have took this camera. You could have gave me $30.
The innocence of a child didn't allow this woman to cash in on her worthless camera. She was pretty shocked her lies didn't work on Seth.
How are you?
How are you today?
Good. What you got?
My bracelet on my Honda. My baby daddy gave it to me. It would be so mad.
Curtain tiebacks.
What are you telling me?
You know this isn't real.
What do you mean it's not real?
Well, it's a real bracelet.
You know what?
It's a real. Listen. Okay, fine.
You're
Fair enough.
probably
Don't
right.
trip, okay? Don't trip. I'm about to call him right now.
Sometimes people get presents, and sometimes when they get their presents, the people that give it to them tell them a lie.
He said this bracelet costs $500.
It would be more
What are you talking about?
He's
Anywhere.
lying to you.
Baby, did you give me some fake gold? Did you give me some fake gold? Really? Did you give me fake gold? This ain't love, baby. You said you was gonna marry me one day.
Okay. Have a very nice day. Thank you.
Man, this. What the is you talking about? Have a nice day. I have a nice day when
Okay,
you
then
give me
don't
some
have
nice service.
Right?
You know what, y'all? I'm about to take it to a real jewelry store that knows something. That's what I'm gonna do.
The amount of men who give their women fake jewelry in Detroit is absolutely crazy. This woman is shocked, betrayed, and angry when she learns the real value of her jewelry.
Hey, I was wondering what you could get me on a loan for the PS3. We're on a mission now, a real mission, to get my brother out of jail.
All of a sudden, the cop just stopped us because one of our lights were off in the back of our brake. Bought it $300, I got $150, and now I'm here, ended up with his brother trying to sell his video game system on his games and the controller. See what we could do with that.
95 is close. I get to 100 for you.
100, mama.
I can't.
100.
I normally would have given $80 on this game unit. I went $15 over, and that wasn't even good enough. But too bad I couldn't help her out because I wanted to help her. But I hope she can find the money.
Two customers come into the pawn shop on a noble mission of freedom. However, Ashley lets them down easily, but at least they take it better than most customers in this video.
Pawn shop because we, is in need of money. And we're trying to pawn this VCR and this TV.
Okay, when you put it on there like that,
Can you witness? Where's the income? You want to go to the So what?
I was ready for them to have a full-out brawl out there.
Get your ass on somewhere.
No, get your ass on, hockey ass. I tell all ladies and everything.
Can I help you guys? Why are you guys fighting?
I kicked this. What he said, it was offensive.
Yeah, what are you looking to do with the TV? Sell it. Actually, yeah, we gonna pawn this. No, the TV didn't get dropped.
20.
It works. $20. All right, 20 will work.
Hey, you can each get 10.
Oh, you agree now?
All right, just give it to this gentleman. We're gonna do this for 20. Let's go online, get your ticket, and get your cash.
This is a general conversation.
Okay, well, we still in a relationship though.
Tiffany, seriously, maybe you should go in the parking lot and just wait for him.
You're right. I am gonna wait in the parking lot.
Freckles really pretty. I like that.
A chaotic couple barely makes it to the pawn shop before smashing one of their items in an argument. The couple is more sad than shocked that they've rendered their items worthless.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. I've got a ring I want you to take a look at for me.
You know what it is?
They're diamonds.
They're not diamonds. That's cubic zirconium and silver.
Okay.
I'm not interested.
I know what this is.
I'm telling you, I can't give you any money for it.
I know it has value, and I'm really, really upset right now.
So,
I've worked for an attorney. I know my rights. Don't touch me. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Oh yeah. What a gentleman you are. Anybody? Woman, what? Get me out of here. Get away. Get away.
4 times she hit me. Randy, 4 times? Why would I not give her money if it was worth it? She hit me 4 times. I thought you were smiling when she was doing that.
This woman can't believe her diamonds are actually not diamonds. If you like seeing angry senior citizens, then this grandma's got you covered like a quilt.
So, I'm here to sell my yays and stuff.
Okay.
Cartier. I paid $5,300.
For these?
Yeah, I overpaid.
Uh-huh. They're fashion designer glasses. Really cool, gold, diamonds. For those particular frames, there's a huge demand, but not for that price. How much you want for these?
The lowest I'll take probably like 40 for it. All right, give me 35. You give me 35?
1,000.
What you mean? You making too much money now.
I sell this stuff cheap, man.
Look, I ain't pay 1,000 for these.
I know
feel
you
me?
didn't. I can feel you.
But you don't feel me, you know what I mean?
I can feel you.
You see how he talking? Talking like a kid and
You don't know who the I
Man,
am. You don't know where the I was raised.
Like
and
I
you're just
said,
talking.
Well, flat out, man. I ain't leaving, dog.
Come on, baby. Young buck. What's up, baby?
Man, we out. You on that petty shit, dog. That petty ass money you offering. That's why ain't nobody with y'all. You feel me?
I feel you.
Les is offered a cool pair of glasses, but he knows they're not cool enough to be worth what the customer's asking. The customer doesn't take the news well at all.
Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we have criminals arrested on hardcore pawn. So get your popcorn, because stuff is about to get pretty intense.
Okay. Oh my God. Get your hands off.
Blurry-faced guy.
We'll buy this and pawn this and that and give you $350 total.
Get set for a crazy moment in this pawn shop. The shopkeeper and a customer are going at it in a big argument, trying to make a deal or who knows what. But wait for it. Out of the blue, two dudes in fancy clothes with blurry faces bust in like old school detectives. The shopkeeper's scratching his head, clueless, but here's the kicker. Those blurry-faced guys are undercover detectives on a secret mission. It's like a scene straight out of a comedy movie.
The detectives have arrived. I need to tell them what's been happening and show them the evidence.
Hold on to your laughter, because this is pure comedy chaos. The second those detectives waltz in, the shopkeeper's freaking out like he's been caught selling magical beans or who knows what. These detectives are all business, channeling serious Sherlock vibes after an espresso overdose. They're tearing through the shop like treasure hunters on a caffeine high, checking random stuff and maybe on the hunt for hidden treasures. Meanwhile, the poor shopkeeper's sweating bullets, desperately trying to keep his cool. It's like a real-life comedy suspense show unfolding before your eyes. Get ready for the wild ride of the century. These detectives, giving their best modern-day Sherlock and Watson vibes, decide to ramp up the drama with technology. It resembles they're on an investigator show marathon watch as they jump into the security camera film. As they replay quick forward and focus on each problematic little hiding spot in the shop, envision some strong, thrilling music playing behind the scenes. An investigator story with an innovative turn will keep you as eager and anxious as ever.
Do you think he was working with someone else?
If he was, it could be anyone.
Well, buckle up for the big reveal. The digital detectives uncover the mastermind. And guess who? It's our buddy Joe. Yep, good old Joe is the culprit behind all the missing stuff. These detectives don't waste a second. They slap handcuffs on Joe quicker than you can say guilty as charged. And just like that, the pawn shop transforms from a place of heated arguments to a full-blown crime scene. The shopkeeper, still in shock, watches as Joe gets escorted away by the police, handcuffs and all. The whole situation is so bonkers it can make anyone burst into laughter. It's like a comedy show with mix-ups, detectives with blurry faces, and a surprise twist. You'd be left thinking, did that seriously just happen? It's pure comedy gold, my friend. Comedy gold. A massive fraud. This one will truly astound you, so hold on to your chairs. The largest swindle to ever occur on the show, so far as people are aware, left everyone perplexed and alarmed. Basically, the boys said that someone from the shop had conned them.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna give us the money and the laptop.
To make a long story short, a woman pawned 2 of their laptops and then informed them that she knew someone who worked at the pawn shop and would give them the money and the laptops.
You pawned something?
Yes, she has the ticket.
When did you pawn it?
Today.
The males are left with nothing because she has their laptops, the money, and even the ticket to their belongings.
Meet you at the back door, so you'd end up with the laptops and the money?
Yes.
It astonished Ashley and Seth as much as it shocked Les.
This girl told you one of my guys would meet you at the back door, so you'd end up with the laptop?
Les, or anybody else, was unable to stop it now. Les then thought of a strategy, though.
If you can find out which one of my employees, you give me the guy's name, I'll give you the computers.
At that point, the youngster had a glimmer of optimism and left, believing that perhaps they could apprehend the employee.
Well, let me tell you something. We've been scammed before, and I will not be scammed again.
Les then requested that Ashley look up the buyer of each laptop they had that day on their background. Les realized something had clicked when she spent the entire day going through them and finding nothing. You're able to witness it.
You'll get the money and the laptops. You go, hell yes, let's do it.
Thus, these children were not the victims themselves. Instead, they had been attempting to con them all along.
Well, here's the way it works. Nobody gets out of pawn without paying for it, and nothing goes out the back door.
This time, they weren't duped either, although the kids did cause Ashley and the others a lot of worry during the day. The bag. Imagine this super funny video with a lady who's basically playing the I'm lost in a bag shop game at a crowded mall. So there's this awesome comedian pretending to be her, right? She strolls in like she just landed from Mars, completely clueless.
Okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment.
Then, out of the blue, she locks eyes with a black bag, and boom! She's convinced it's her long-lost twin, with a mix of determination and total confusion.
That's my purse right there. That one right there, the black one. So I want to know why it's out there.
She marches over to the lady in charge, ready to solve the mystery of the twin bags. It's like a comedy treasure hunt in a bag store, and you're in for a hilarious ride. Get ready to laugh your socks off.
Here's the money. I want the purse.
That bag was never in pawn.
Now get this. The shopkeeper, a comedic genius with timing that's spot on, coolly spills the beans. She says, "Hey, this bag's not yours." But oh no, our lady on a mission won't back down.
That's not your purse.
How do you know it's not my purse?
Because that purse has been out there.
Let me see it.
With this epic confidence, she declares, "No way! This bag and I go way back. They're like childhood buddies." And here's the best part.
You want to buy it?
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
She throws down the ultimate challenge. Bet you this bag, if it's not mine, I'll hand it over. But trust me, it's practically family. It's like a comedy duel in a bag shop, and you won't believe how hilarious it gets.
Oh my God. Get your hands on.
Meet Cam, the scene stealer of the century. Picture this, chaos in the bag shop, and here comes Cam, our superhero security guard. He's like, "Hold my coffee," and smoothly escorts the determined bag enthusiast off the counter.
Nice day. Let's go. Walk yourself out, yo.
You.
Walk yourself.
But wait, she's clinging to her bag like it's a ticket to a comedy show. The laughs hit the roof as Cam keeps his poker face while chaos reigns. This video's a comedy roller coaster. And Cam, the unsung hero, it's a laugh-out-loud male adventure that you don't want to miss.
Just hit with that pole, right? Go.
Bitch!
Go where you got to go.
I'm gonna kick your ass. You wait.
Sign of free cash.
I was trying to find out because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days.
In the pawn shop sitcom, the worker dazzles the customer with the prospect of a 30-day cash fiesta. The seller, with a classic "How can I help you" line, unwittingly opens the door to financial freedom hilarity. It's a tale of interest-free loans, dollar storage fees, and a comedy of errors that promises 30 days of pawn shop shenanigans.
But that's not what the y'all sign is saying.
It's misreading it.
No, you're misreading it.
The customer attempts a 30-day free cash caper, armed with a misinterpreted sign. The seller, caught in the crossfire, insists it's an interest-free loan bonanza, not a free cash party. Cue the comedic chaos as the customer points fingers, and the pawn shop sign becomes the unintentional star of a sitcom episode gone haywire.
I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
The customer demands free cash like a rock star on tour. The seller, armed with the reality of interest-free loans, faces a barrage of demands. The customer, teetering on the edge of pawn pandemonium, enlists a surprise ally, a sassy woman who jumps in the scene like a comedy superhero. Cue the applause for this unexpected twist in the cash crusade. In the side-splitting aftermath, the pawn shop saga spills into the parking lot, where the customer and seller engage in a hilariously awkward brawl. Amidst a flurry of ass cracks and elbows, the spectacle unfolds, leaving the bystanders in stitches. The door slams and the customer vows a dramatic return with an unforgettable "I'll be back" exit line. Comedy gold in the pawn shop arena. Antique computers.
Got some equipment here.
Yeah.
We need some money. We're going to out west.
In the pawn shop time machine, two hunters strut in with ancient computer relics. The seller, bewildered by their outdated tech, questions if they're stuck in the 80s. The hunters, claiming they've wiped out all of Michigan's deer, aim for a whopping $900.
So how much are you looking for?
About $900.
The price tag triggers more shock than a retro computer's boot-up sound.
What I can offer you is
Zero.
Comedy sequel, the Hunters scoff at the initial offer of $0 for their ancient artifacts. The Hunters, expecting treasure, get a lesson in antique appraisal, leaving the shop echoing with laughter and $0 dreams.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. You too.
In the aftermath of the failed computer barter, the Hunters dropped to an $800 offer, met with a swift and resounding $0 from the pawn shop. ZZ Top, mistaken for Detroit's antique appraisers, exits empty-handed. The seller consoles himself with a printer sacrifice to the dumpster gods.
I thought it was you, man. Oh, that's good.
Ending the scene with a comedic crash and a touch of musical confusion. Plump man.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Brian, I'm Les. Nice to meet you.
I need to get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
In Hardcore Pawn, Les Gold faces off with a cheerful, plump customer aiming to sell a watch for his wife's anniversary. Les, ever witty, discovers it's their anniversary too. The old man deadpans 25 years, prompting Les to hilariously inquire, "How many happy years, man?" Laughter ensues in this pawn shop comedy.
How many years you been together?
25 years.
Oh, okay. How many good ones?
The pawn shop guru checks out the watch and drops a bomb like a comedy bombshell. How'd you even get this? It's like a fake superhero. Now our chunky hero looks puzzled, like he just missed the joke. But no giving up, he starts haggling like, okay, what's your I don't believe it's real price?
Okay, I don't think it is, but if you say it is, well, what are you going to give me for this? I want to trade for a watch.
Too bad, the shopkeeper shuts it down quicker than a bad punchline, not willing to spend a dime on what he thinks is a phony watch. Talk about a comedy of errors in the pawn shop.
It's fake. I'm not interested in it.
Let me see what you got in watches and take.
Now brace yourself for the ultimate comedy meltdown. Our plum seller cranks up the chaos meter, throwing wild threats about the shopkeeper's wife and claiming he's seen her somewhere.
You're married, right?
I am.
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I don't think so.
This triggers the shopkeeper, turning the whole scene into a chaotic carnival.
There's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
In the blink of an eye, security guards swoop in, snatch our hefty hero, and give him the grand exit, escorting him out like the star of an unexpected sitcom. Guess what? Our main guy, kicked out of the shop like a party crasher, hits the street with a style only he can pull off. Think military swagger, but with extra oomph. But wait, there's more. He starts yelling all sorts of wacky stuff, turning the sidewalk into his own stand-up comedy stage.
Mama and Daddy laying in bed.
It's like a roller coaster of laughs. First the weird pawn shop deal, then the crazy threats. And now he's strutting like he's the sidewalk general. If you're up for a good giggle, this video is a must-see. It's like a comedy buffet that'll have you grinning like you just discovered the ultimate joke. Get ready for hilarious adventure. Need help?
Hey, who around here to help me with this?
Hold on to your hats for this crazy video. There's this super hyper dude who charges into a shop, making a fuss like it's the biggest emergency. And get this, he decides a random table is his new chill zone. No rules, no worries, just pure wackiness. Get ready to laugh your socks off. Get a load of this. A serious lady walks into the chaos, totally shocked by the craziness. She's all polite, asking the lovable crazy guy to hit the road. But guess what? He's on a whole different planet. The scene is just too much for them. Team Serious mode activates, and they start shouting at the eccentric guy like, "Out, ASAP," with some epic pushes. They boot him out, leaving everyone in the shop totally confused, but also in stitches. Watches. Get ready to giggle. So there's this new lady in the shop who's decided to be a rebel. She goes all sneaky and puts the shop's watches up for sale online without telling anyone. Now imagine the staff just standing there scratching their heads like, what in the world is going on? But oh, it gets better.
So you wanted to know if Tressa asked me to put anything else on the internet?
Yeah?
Well, she did.
This concerned guy sprints to the owner like he's in a marathon, spilling the beans about the lady's secret watch-selling mission. It's like a comedy of errors in a local shop, and you won't believe how funny it gets.
She asked me to put a watch on the internet.
She didn't ask me, no. John came up to me.
She didn't ask you?
Hang tight. The boss decides it's showdown time with the troublemaker. Picture this. The crazy lady, completely clueless about her mischief, storms into the room and starts arguing with the puzzled staff.
I didn't ask
So
anything.
he wouldn't just offer it.
Right. You said to come to one of you guys. Well, before I would have bought it, I would have came.
She's all like, I'm just an employee, not the owner. It's like a sitcom gone wild in that local shop, and you won't believe how absurdly funny it gets.
Was it a possibility? I pulled it out.
Okay, you went around the bush and kind of asked them.
Hold on to your laughter, because things go from crazy to cray-cray. The lady trying to make a grand exit dramatically throws her keys at the owner. It's like a superhero tossing a cape, but with keys.
I wasn't even sure if I was going to.
It's fine.
The whole scene hits peak absurdity as the keys fly through the air, and everyone's just staring, jaws on the floor. Meanwhile, Our Lady confidently struts away, leaving the staff scratching their heads like, did that just happen? It's a hilarious roller coaster, and you won't stop laughing.
You weren't as big of a bitch. I was wrong.
Excuse me? Get the out of here.
Get set to lol. This funny video is like a crazy ride with surprises, silliness, and a hint of madness that'll have you laughing without a pause. The twists and turns make it a hilarious and chaotic experience for anyone lucky enough to catch the shop's wild antics. Brace yourself for a good laugh as you watch the madness unfold in the side-splitting comedy script style video.
What did she say?
That I am the bitch. Get the out of here.
Penny Pincher. Get ready to chuckle. This hilarious video is all about a super energetic girl trying to convince her super penny pincher dad to hire more security for their shop. She's all passionate like, Dad, we need extra protection. But oh boy, her dad's like, nah, that's just throwing money away.
Adding an extra night security guard is an expense we don't need.
Dad, I just don't understand.
The funniest part? When the argument gets so wild, the girl pretends to be super angry and storms out of the room. It's silly, it's amusing, and you'll be laughing your socks off at their crazy fight.
Every single time I have an idea and I bring it to your attention, he then has to walk in.
Hold on to your funny bone. This comedy video is pure chaos when the staff walks out, and surprise, the roof is missing.
Peeled the roof off?
Yeah, they peeled the roof.
Yep, someone peeled it away like a giant banana. Imagine the team head scratching in disbelief. Their shop literally got unroofed.
The alarm company called. They thought it was a false alarm.
Is anything missing?
I have no idea.
Now, here comes the kicker. They start worrying it might be a sneaky robbery. Cue the panic as they sprint to check the CCTV, hoping to catch the audacious roof peeler in action. Get ready for a laughter-packed roller coaster as they dive into this hilarious investigation. Get ready to laugh in this super funny video.
They got 2 guys.
So they get through the internet room, jump in.
The staff at a quirky shop freaks out when they find out someone peeled off the roof for a supposed robbery. Total chaos, right? So they go all detective and check the CCTV footage. But wait for it. Turns out, not 1, not 2, but 3 guys break in. And here's the kicker.
Looks like they grabbed the coat right there and then out.
So these guys could have been part of a 3-man team.
One of them ends up hiding inside the fridge. It's like a comedy show gone wild, leaving the staff scratching their heads and everyone else in stitches. You won't believe the crazy twist in this comical caper.
We got broken into last night. Took it for a coat and ran out.
I told you that security should have been here at night.
Stolen microphone. The person insists the microphones were flung into the concert crowd, a spontaneous catch. The seller, eyebrows raised, gets an unexpected call from American Jewelry about missing microphones. It's a classic mix-up where concert souvenirs turn into an unintentional pawn shop investigation, leaving everyone wondering how the microphones took an unexpected detour.
Really?
Right?
Hold on. I'm from American Jewelry.
The plot thickens as the police are en route, and the negotiation continues with a shady request for a discount. The missing ID becomes the final touch in this comedy of errors, leaving everyone wondering if they stumbled into a real-life pawn shop thriller. A Mad Girlfriend. Welcome to the whirlwind of pawn shop hilarity. Our unsuspecting star walks in, aiming for a ring appraisal and potential pawn deal. Little did they know, they were about to join the ranks of pawn shop legends in a tale of marital madness.
I wanted to get it appraised, see how much it might be worth.
Okay.
Hold on to your hat. Drama unfolds as accusations of ring-napping soar, plunging the spouse into an emotional roller coaster over the disappearance of their precious bling. The tension is so palpable, you could carve it with a jeweler's precision.
Okay, when I give you an appraisal, that's not how much I'm gonna give you in pawn.
Okay.
But hold on, our hero clarifies, I'm here for an appraisal, not to pawn. Q gasps in the realization that pawn shop language got lost in translation. The spouse is in disbelief, and we can almost hear dramatic music building up in the background.
You said you're coming in to get a receiver, a price on one.
He wanted an appraisal on this ring.
Plot twist, the ring allegedly transformed into bike parts? Is this a pawn shop or a two-wheeled saga? Accusations fly faster than a speeding bike, plunging us into a marital showdown. Why'd you take my ring? Echoes through the pawn shop halls.
Why'd you take my ring?
Well, I wanted to see how much it was worth.
Our hero is left flabbergasted, caught in the crossfire of accusations and domestic mayhem. I just wanted to know its worth, they exclaim, trying to defuse the explosive situation. But alas, emotions rage on.
Yesterday you said you needed bike parts and didn't have the damn money. And all of a sudden you got my damn ring.
Unexpectedly, a wild punch appears. The spouse transforms from 0 to punch in record time. It's a twist even scriptwriters would applaud for. The pawn shop turns into a battlefield, leaving us wondering if our hero will escape unscathed.
Punches him, and I am dumbfounded.
You're a idiot.
In a surprising turn, the ring is handed over and our hero exits swiftly, leaving chaos behind. The curtain falls on this pawn shop spectacle, proving that a ring appraisal can lead to a punchline we never saw coming. Bravo, pawn shop drama, bravo.
Let's give him the ring.
All right.
Stops, drops, and rolls. Well, 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 buckle up for the saga of the white Ford conversion van chronicles. Our hero, the proud owner of said van, calls in desperately seeking a private spot to discuss matters of great importance. A minute is all they ask, just one tiny minute in the vast universe of van-related queries.
You want to drive a white Ford conversion van?
A white what?
But hold on, the call is interrupted, and our protagonist, in a true Shakespearean fashion, declares, "You can't deny my service." It's a performance worthy of an Oscar, a plea for understanding in the dramatic opera of van life.
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna call you right back, man. You can't give me a minute? I mean, I've been there.
Parking troubles arise, and the hero eloquently expresses, "Ain't no parking spots outside, dog." The struggle is real, and the van owner is on a mission to park where no van has parked before. The drama unfolds, they assert their right to park no matter the odds. Suddenly,
I'm patiently telling you, dude. Parking spots outside, dog.
Suddenly, a wild confrontation appears. "Don't touch me, man," echoes through the hollowed aisles. Our hero stands their ground, defying the unjust touch of the parking enforcement nemesis. The battle cry, "Back the up and let me do me, please," becomes the rallying call for all van enthusiasts.
What you saying? Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Enter Ashley, the unsuspecting bystander caught in the crossfire of van-related turmoil. "Can we go to talk outside, man?" she diplomatically suggests, attempting to defuse the situation. Meanwhile, our hero, undeterred, asserts, "I'm not going nowhere," as if the van gods themselves had bestowed upon them a divine parking mission.
I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you. Can we go talk outside?
Man, tell your man to get off.
Here, walk outside.
In a shocking turn of events, our hero literally stops, drops, and rolls on the store carpet, leaving everyone perplexed. The van saga reaches new heights. The hero declares, "I catch one hood, I'm beating asses." It's a climax fit for the silver screen, leaving us wondering if van enthusiasts everywhere are destined for such epic battles in the pursuit of the perfect parking spot. Bravo, van drama. Bravo.
Ashes!
Guy in the refrigerator. In this episode of Hardcore Pawn, we are taken to the time when a crazy man entered the shop, and when no one was looking, he took refuge in the refrigerator for reasons unknown. Thankfully, this man had spotted the crazy man and went to Ashley and others to let them know. At first, no one would believe him, but by the looks, he looked quite genuine, so they followed him up to the spot where the fridge was. Still hardly believing the man, they went to open the fridge, and boom! The man was curled up inside, about to make the refrigerator its new cozy little home.
I don't know what y'all doing over here. There's some other in the refrigerator.
What?
The whole situation was so absurd that not a single person in the whole shop could believe that there was a whole person hiding inside there. Good thing that they have security in the shop, so the man got what he deserved.
What the are you doing?
Fake earrings. Two sassy black queens strut into the pawn shop, flaunting earrings worth $350. The seller, bewildered, questions their cash craving. They snap back.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm here.
to pawn these earrings.
Okay.
Honey, our financial drama is an Oscar-winning secret. The seller innocently inquires about the swearing, prompting the girl to unleash a verbal firework.
Trying to get $350 for them.
Why do you need the money?
It's none of your business why I need the money.
As he fumbles to record the chaos, he realizes these queens can turn from pawn shop patrons to drama divas faster than his slowest sale. Talk about a speedy emotional roller coaster.
Why are you swearing?
Because you asking me why I'm coming in here to handle my business.
In the midst of the jewelry saga, it's a linguistic roller coaster. The seller's ears are bombarded with jewelry, loan me my money, and a kid-eating crisis.
What does my sign say?
Jewelry and loan. This jewelry, loan me my money. I got to feed my kid.
The drama unfolds faster than a soap opera, leaving him nervously counting non-existent diamonds. Talk about a pawn shop sitcom.
Man, you getting on my nerves, dog.
How'd you get
You
this?
ain't even looked at my
Do you know that these aren't real?
In the sizzling pawn shop showdown, the women insist their earrings are as real as their sass. The seller, sweating in the Lacoste, tries to diplomatically handle the diva duo. It's a battle of bling, attitude, and a heat wave, all under the watchful eye of leather-clad thermometers. Comedy gold.
How the you gonna tell me just by looking at my that they not real?
They're not real.
As the Queen of Sass declares her exit, she throws shade like confetti. Insults rain down, targeting the seller's wrinkled-up hair and questionable fashion choices. With a parting shot about a jury and long bow ash, she exits, leaving the pawn shop in stitches and the seller questioning his life choices.
I ain't leaving this till you give me my money. I need my mother did.
Coloring book. Ashley enters confidently, challenging authority. Seth tries to manage the chaos. Tension rises as they clash, leaving everyone puzzled.
Don't come in here thinking that you know everything in Earth. Like,
I didn't know
you should
anything.
go off and like run back to Hawaii where you bought that shirt.
Unearthed Gems, a JFK coloring book from '62, and a Frank Zappa one from '82. Mom's surprise drawer is found. Now, the shop's in for a laugh, unraveling the tale behind these quirky relics.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a John F. Kennedy coloring book from 1962 and a
Laugh out loud scene as the seller confesses to buying a Frank Zappa coloring book at 25, never cracking it open. Now, with 3 daughters in college, it's a hilarious quest for cash. The quirky relics become the center stage for a funny exchange in the pawn shop.
So why do you want to get rid of it since you loved him so much?
well, I have 3 daughters in college and I need money.
The negotiation dance continues as the seller justifies prices, leaving room for haggling. Tension rises comically as the buyer feels snapped at. The shopkeeper offers a research break, declaring, "I'm not in a hurry," in this pawn shop sitcom starring quirky characters.
Okay, do you want to give me some time to do a little research on this, or?
All the time you need. I'm not in a hurry.
The plot thickens as Ashley discovers the price coloring book online for $8.75, triggering a hilarious spat.
I didn't say any of that
Can
to
you
you.
read that? $8.75.
So make me an offer.
0.
She hilariously expresses her dismay, accusing the customer of rushing and shoving a phone in her face.
I'm looking at the one that he wanted $50 on, and I pull it off, and it says $8.75.
The bickering ensues, with both claiming they're not married, adding an amusing layer to the pawn shop sitcom.
I have to take it out this guy. That's how much he pissed me off.
In the ongoing pawn shop drama, Ashley delivers a sassy retort to the customer, suggesting he adds value nowhere and jokes about returning to Hawaii. The banter continues as another worker calls out Ashley for being rude,
I think you're disgusting and rude. I didn't say any of that
Can you read that? $8.75.
leading to a comical exchange where Ashley dismisses them to focus on yourself. The workplace comedy unfolds with quirky characters and witty comebacks.
Well, you don't add value to the organization.
I have one. Well, thank you so much. But the next
Okay.
time you send my paycheck, you can tell me how to work.
Parking lot. Cue the workplace alarm. The notorious parking lot gambler is back, and the office crew is on high alert. With a battle cry of "Let's go get him!" they embark on a mission to catch the elusive man of many lands, or as they dub him, that lady Pakistan. Office drama just hit the jackpot.
What? Gambling again in the parking lot.
Meet Robert Robertson, the maestro of sports memorabilia, introducing himself to Dennis in a pawn shop saga. The plot thickens as he unveils a treasure trove of Detroit Lions autographs salvaged from his sister's basement flood. Forget superheroes, this guy's heroics involve rescuing signatures during a Union picket line water ballot.
All right. Here's Robert.
Robert,
Nice to
I'm
meet
Dennis.
you.
Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. You might be interested in.
In the wild world of pawn shops, Dennis is hit with a first, an NFL labor strike poster. As Robert pitches his Union picket line relic, Dennis, caught between fandom and frugality, contemplates the value. It's a negotiation dance where even the poster's wrinkles have a say, and Dennis dreams of a dad who'd splurge on a heartbeat.
What, Steve Backus?
This is the first time a guy actually brought in an NFL labor strike poster.
Dennis and Seth, the dynamic pawn shop duo, are advised to step up their deal-closing game. In the Battle of Signatures, Robert's pitch clashes with Dennis's detective skills. It's a showdown of history versus water stains, where even a tear is more drama than a soap opera, selling history hard, selling water-stained history a comedic challenge.
One just like this mint, though, and he got $950 for it.
Right, so if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
In this hilarious haggling carnival, the pawn shop pros are on their knees throwing cash offers at Robert for the water-stained NFL labor strike poster. It's a dollar dance-off with Dennis and Seth, and they're juggling 20s like it's a comedy club. In the end, it's 5 20s that win the bid, leaving Robert with a pocket full of paper and the pawn shop crew high-fiving over their historic steal.
$75?
No way.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now would make it.
Gold earrings. In the golden world of earrings, Ashley and the customer embark on a carrot quest. The earrings sparkle, but the price tag dims the shine. The customer eyeing the digits suggests a hilarious plot twist, an exchange proposal that could turn this jewelry journey into a comedic barter ballet.
I was looking for some gold earrings.
You are in the right department.
In the dazzling dance of earrings and dollar signs, the customer flips the script with an exchange proposal. Ashley, the jewelry juggler, contemplates the weight of the situation, hoping those earrings don't tip the scales against her. It's a hilarious jewelry version of Let's Make a Deal, where carrots and comedy collide.
Well, what we can do is I can take those and apply money towards these.
In the Comedy Club of Carrots, Ashley drops the punchline, a whopping $500 for the desired earrings. The customer expecting an exchange extravaganza faces the reality check.
Okay, so what I can do for you today, I can apply $40 towards these.
I paid $500 for those. What do you mean? You can't do an exchange?
Ashley, the weight wizard, spills the carrot beans, revealing that these earrings are more featherweight than a dieting hummingbird. It's a priceless jewelry negotiation that has the audience and the scales in stitches.
Okay, I can't give you $500.
Why you can't?
Because it's not worth.
In this comedy climax, the customer unleashes carrot chaos, insisting her earrings are weightlifting champions. The tension escalates as she dubs Ashley boo, but a touch sets off a mini drama.
I know how much these cost, boo-boo.
Because you scream that they're gonna get you more money, boo-boo.
The pawn shop becomes a carrot battleground, and Ashley's final offer of $175 is the punchline that sends the customer storming out, leaving the jewelry saga in a carrot cloud of comedy.
Everybody else good. Pose made you.
Fake diamond. In this wild pawn shop showdown, two characters storm in like a tornado, armed with an attorney and a demand for $900. The seller, caught off guard, awkwardly requests a card while the attorney seems more like a background dancer in a chaotic legal dance. It's a scene where negotiations are more like a comedy sketch, leaving everyone wondering if they stumbled into a legal circus.
I got my lawyer with me. This is wrong.
Show me your card.
I don't have a card with me.
My attorney.
Customer unveils a questionable earring, claiming it turned his ear into a rainbow. The seller, armed with skepticism and a keen eye, dissects the earring, declaring it a fake diamond disaster.
So what do you want to do today? You want me
Can
to
I get
figure
my money
out?
back?
You want me to figure out why your ear's turning a different color?
Is that a real diamond?
Enter the legal cavalry. The customer brandishes a lawyer in the name of mismatched receipts and the ear that turned technicolor. It's a jewelry malfunction turned legal circus, and the pawn shop is now the stage for hilarious gemstone saga.
This is not the correct earring for the receipt.
Chaos ensues as the customer brandishes a jewelry store receipt like a wizard spell. The attorney, a sidekick in this legal circus, demands a refund for the rebellious earring. The seller, caught in the crossfire, faces threats of escorting and leg knocking, all while insisting they won't budge. It's a legal showdown where the only guarantee is a laugh-out-loud twist around every shiny corner of the pawn shop arena.
The earring does not match the description.
What you mean? So you saying now I just brought an earring in?
The customer, armed with a kaleidoscope ear and a refund demand, insists the seller turn around and walk that butt out the door. The seller, invoking a hint of pawn shop diplomacy, proposes a negotiation dance, but warns, keep your butt back there. Cue the dramatic soundtrack, and it's a comedy in motion. an Evil Woman anthem echoing through the pawn shop arena.
Get out.
Yeah, you know, took my money, just sold me a gold earring.
Golden State Warrior ring.
I just got engaged, and I heard you had a 75 Golden State Warriors ring, and I was thinking that would be perfect for my fiance.
This man came into the shop to buy something, which is odd because most people come into the shop to sell something. This man, on the other hand, was interested in Rick's 1975 Golden State Warriors ring, but Rick was unable to but laugh at this.
Rocco, will you grab me that ring?
Sure.
That is a brave man that would give his fiance a championship ring.
Even though Rick keeps on laughing, asking why the man is giving a ring like this to his fiance, we understand that the buyer isn't pleased with Rick's antics.
So what I did was I brought pictures of another 75 Golden State Warriors ring.
The buyer produced photos of another Golden State Warriors ring and attempted to match them, which they did. Then he asked if it was a genuine diamond and if Rick had checked it. Rick told him that the stone was genuine.
Perfect. Have you tested the diamond?
Oh, yeah, it's a real diamond.
It's a real diamond, okay.
The buyer then proceeded to use his own tester to determine whether or not the diamond was genuine, as he was a collector and dealer of sports memorabilia himself. But as he went to test the diamond, it didn't pass.
It's not testing.
That's because you have a really cheap tester.
So Rick stepped in with his own tester, which of course revealed that the diamond was genuine. Even though Rick was irritated by the whole thing, he chose to be courteous to the man.
First fine on mine.
Okay, I will trust that.
The buyer requested for the amount after the ring had been tested, which Rick believed to be $11,500. The purchaser, on the opposite hand, had a budget of $5,000.
Any
11 grand, that's what I can do.
That's your bottom line?
Yeah,
Okay.
best price.
Because Rick refused to go any lower than $11,000, the buyer was forced to leave the business unhappy and empty-handed.
I didn't think he was going to go 5,500, but I thought, he'd work with me a little bit. But he seemed like he wanted to punch me in the face.
Wells Fargo safe deposit box.
What do we have here?
Well, we got a Wells Fargo strong box.
This man arrived with a Wells Fargo safe, an antique ball and chain, and a couple ancient handcuffs. The seller was asking roughly $2,000 for everything in the package.
All right, well, tell me about these things.
This ball and chain right here actually comes from the Human Prison. It's the oldest prison in the state of Arizona.
Folsom Prison was Arizona's oldest prison, and the handcuffs belonged to it since the late 1800s.
Here's my concerns. When they forged chains back in the 1800s, it was just hot welding together.
At that time, it was all performed by the blacksmith, but the chains that the man brought in were all electronically forged. Not only that, but Rick had another major problem.
Never in the history of any prison did they ever have their name put on the balls.
What Rick was saying was that everything the man brought in was false, but the seller was not ready to believe Rick.
It's fake.
What makes you an expert on this stuff?
I've been buying and selling this stuff my entire life.
Even if the contents of the package were phony, there was a chance that the box itself was not. So Rick made a deal for the box and left the rest.
Box, I'll give you $400 for it.
I want $1,200 for it.
No, you don't.
And the transaction was completed for $400.50. The seller left, and Rick subsequently decided to consult with an expert about what he had purchased.
Okay. 19th century strongbox, Wells Fargo.
Following a thorough examination of the box, the expert asked Rick the following question.
First things first. Have you already bought this?
The box was just as false as the other items Rick did not purchase, and the expert agreed.
It's a complete fake.
Damn it, Rick.
Mystery guy.
Right there. Here they come again.
Hang on to your hats, folks, because we're diving into one wild tale. Picture this, a mysterious dude looking like a secret agent casually strolls into a pawn shop, acting like he owns the place. The shopkeeper, eyes wide open, can't help but stare at this walking enigma. I mean, who wouldn't? He's like a riddle on two legs. Now brace yourselves for the craziness escalates. Our mystery guy isn't flying solo. He's got not one, but two ladies in tow, a trio causing a ruckus. They swagger up to the counter, and out of nowhere, the guy dramatically declares that the ticket he's waving is faker than a rubber chicken. Everyone in the shop, imaginary files included, gasps in surprise.
Her on the ring or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me explain to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
Hold on to your giggles, the shopkeeper smelling something fishy turns into a detective. With a sneaky grin, he tells the trio to chill and confidently says, "I'll prove it's a fake." The suspense builds as he brings out the real ticket, examining both like he's some ticket art connoisseur.
This is the amount of numbers that are here.
Okay.
Number 2 is state law mandates.
Hold on to your funny bone. The shopkeeper spots the differences quicker than yelling "fake alert" with a big old grin. He declares, "Nice try, folks, but your ticket is faker than Monopoly money." Cue the imaginary mic drop in the background. But whoa, Nelly, the trio isn't throwing in the towel just yet. They get into an energetic discussion, pointing fingers, thrashing arms, and hollering as though they're contending in a yelling challenge. It resembles something out of a sitcom, and you can't resist the urge to chuckle at the idiocy. In the grand finale, our mysterious guy and his partners in crime admit defeat. Looking a tad embarrassed and probably feeling a smidge silly, they storm out of the pawn shop. The shopkeeper, now a hero in counterfeit ticket detection, is left with a bunch of baffled onlookers. And there you have it, a hilarious adventure that's weirder than fiction and funnier than a clown on a unicycle. Comedy gold, my friends, comedy gold. Gun cabinet.
Well, it's a desk, but it's not really a desk. It's actually a gun.
So what this woman brought into the pawn store was not anything that was common. It appeared to be nothing more than a plain desk, yet it was far more than that.
It's a gun desk.
Yes, when you push down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trapdoor.
When you press down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trap door, and this desk transforms into a pistol when the time comes.
If I sell it, that's fine. If I don't, I'm okay with that too.
Thus, the merchant visited the business not exclusively to sell the weapon work area, yet additionally to figure out more about it. She needed to realize who possessed it, the way things were utilized, how old it was, and other such data.
I was trying to figure out how to open it and had a really good look inside it and said,
While hunting for a nice little desk, she came across this one. But when she got it home and attempted to open it up, that's where she discovered it wasn't what she thought it was.
I've seen desks with hidden gun compartments, but I've never seen a desk as a gun.
Rick thought it was something out of a James Bond movie, and he was so engrossed in it that he forgot he was actually pushing his face against a gun.
Do you mind if I have a buddy look at this thing? Because I am just completely lost here.
Not at all.
Rick believed it was best to have an expert look at it after taking a closer look, so he called one.
Gun. This is the gun.
What?
The master had never seen anything like it, and had no clue about what it was utilized for. Yet, in lieu of what he saw, the master reasoned that it was made somewhere in the range of 1890 and 1910, which was an issue. Even though he couldn't guarantee it, the Pawn Stars may buy it in a gray area.
Bring it to a gunsmith and have him professionally deactivate the mechanism. Then it can be legal to buy and sell.
The only way to buy and sell it legally is to take it to a gunsmith and have him deactivate the mechanism. Only then can it be simply and legally acquired and sold.
I wish I could help you out more. It's just one of those things. Thanks for bringing it in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Orange Bowl ring.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Penn State Orange Bowl ring from 1973.
This individual then brought in an Orange Bowl ring from Penn State in 1973. He was in the shop trying to sell it since he needed the money for upgrading his house, and he reasoned that it must be valued at least $1,500.
Where'd you get this?
I went to Penn State and guy down the hall played on the team, and he needed some money, and I bought it back then.
The seller claimed that one of the team members needed some cash and that the only thing he had was that ring. Thus, the man paid him the necessary funds and purchased this ring.
It was Jeff Clark. He didn't play too much, but he was an outside linebacker for the team.
This particular ring belonged to a linebacker named Jeff Park, who was a member of the squad even though he didn't play much.
What are you looking to get out of it?
I'd like to get $1,500.
Okay.
Just as he previously stated, the man wanted $1,500, but Rick needed to examine the situation more carefully before making any moves to get the ring. It was then that he discovered that the ring had a problem.
The price is reasonable, but it's illegal for me to buy or sell anything when any identifying mark has been removed on an item.
The ring was cool, but it was also reasonably priced considering that the engraving makes it completely identifiable. It was no longer lawful for Rick to purchase or sell this ring after the engravings were taken out.
I'd be more than happy to buy it off you for $1,500. Problem is, it's like buying a car without a VIN number.
The seller was a little confused as to how the removal of a few inscriptions might make the ring illegal to purchase or sell. As a result, Rick and Corey had to thoroughly explain everything to him and let him know that despite their best efforts, they're unable to handle it.
All right, dude.
Okay.
Sorry I couldn't do nothing with it.
Okay.
I know 1,001 people I could have sold this ring to and made
A fake bill.
I have some political memorabilia, the Secret Service ID for J. Howard McGrath, Attorney General of the United States.
This individual entered the pawn shop with a $10 bill that had several signatures on it, a White House pass, and several Secret Service IDs. He estimated 1,000 figures for each of these items, but before beginning to negotiate, Rick needed to learn more about them.
He was the chairman of the Democratic National Committee when Truman ran for president.
Rick was prepared to strike a deal after briefly discussing J. Howard McGrath, the Attorney General of the United States, and how influential he was in Washington politics. But there was a small issue.
You got some neat stuff here, and these three things right here, I really want to get checked out.
Rick checked everything and concluded that not just the dollar that the man had brought in was counterfeit. Rick had to see the expert to find out if he could purchase the other items since he had a hunch that doing so might be illegal.
You don't want. A counterfeit bill is not legal to own.
The expert said that the White House pass and the Secret Service ID were authentic and acceptable to purchase, but the fake banknote was a different thing.
Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Not a problem.
You're the best. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Now that the expert had left, Rick was prepared to strike a deal. Aside from the fake bill, he asked the vendor what else he wanted.
Yeah, I'll give you $500.
Good deal.
All right. You want to write them up?
Yeah, sure.
The vendor left the store with the cash and the unauthorized bill after the trade was completed for $500. Hopefully he gave the Secret Service the counterfeit bill. Harley Davidson.
You got any paperwork I can see on it, or?
Yeah, I got the title, but can we negotiate first or something? I mean...
Now, Corey's a seasoned pawnbroker, and his spidey senses tingled the moment the seller mentioned paperwork later. It wasn't the gleaming Harley Davidson that raised an eyebrow. It was the seller's insistence on negotiation first, documents on hold. See, Corey's dealt with his fair share of shady characters, and a bike like this beauty attracts all sorts. So with a polite but firm smile, Corey politely pushed back. Paperwork, he said, before we talk about the price. Standard procedure.
You got any paperwork I can see on it, or?
Yeah, I got the title, but can we negotiate first?
The seller's eyes flickered ever so slightly, and that was all Corey needed. Something wasn't kosher here. Now, Corey isn't just sharp, he's thorough. Those papers, discrepancies galore. Dates that didn't line up, VIN numbers singing a different tune. So Corey did what any responsible pawnbroker would do. He plugged those details into the good old computer system. What he found sent chills down his spine. Corey knew right then this wasn't just a sale. It was a potential police sting waiting to happen. Sure, the Harley was a head-turner, a chrome-plated masterpiece that could make angels weep. But for Corey, business wasn't about shiny toys. It was about integrity, about doing the right thing. And the right thing in this case meant making sure this beauty wasn't a stolen dream, someone else's heartache wrapped in leather and chrome. So, with a heavy heart and a clear conscience, Corey had to do what he had to do. Walk away from the deal, even if it meant letting that Harley roar out of his life and into the unknown. iPhone.
I just got this phone that I bought here like 2-3 days ago, and this don't work.
The bell above the pawn shop door jangled, and in walked a man clutching a sleek black phone. He announced, smooth as silk, that this beauty was a recent purchase, now sadly broken.
The camera don't work. It keeps freezing and like that.
He claims that it's just too irritating to use because the phone freezes frequently and the camera doesn't function.
Download a camera function?
No, it clearly got a camera. Why would I have to download it?
When it was questioned if he had downloaded the camera feature, he became very irate. If he's telling the truth, then why does this inspection set him off? And why was he even being questioned about getting the download? That isn't how it operates in any case.
You got your receipt?
No, I ain't got it with me. I ain't bring it.
First of all, we don't sell it.
We can decide right now whether the client is attempting to misdirect. Rich, the seasoned pawnbroker behind the counter, felt it too. That intuition honed by years of dealing with all sorts, that sixth sense for trouble, it was screaming at him. This wasn't just a customer with a broken phone. It was a game, a play in progress.
As soon as you give me that receipt, I can see what I can do for you.
I don't have my receipt. I just clearly told you that, man.
Clearly, you told me that.
So
Clearly, I have
you
to tell
need to
you
either fix this
that
or...
without the receipt, there's nothing I can do for you.
Rich yells, "Are you messing with me, man? You came for a new phone, but you don't have a receipt?" However, the man persists in insisting that all he's asking for is another phone.
If he said clearly one more time, I was going to clearly have to knock his freaking head off.
We're all aware that Rich needs the receipt. You, my man, are not.
Who sold the phone to you in the first place?
Somebody. He here.
When questioned who exactly had sold him the phone in any case, he quickly pointed at any random employee.
But we haven't had one of those out for sale since I've been here in 6 months.
I mean, I just seen you in 2 weeks.
Furthermore, it appears that the youngster he pointed at didn't know why he was being called for.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on over here. You can go back to selling that computer.
All Rich knows is that it's an iPhone, but he's more irritated by something else. What's more, clearly it was working out.
Can you go show him how it works? Take a picture out in the parking lot.
Nope.
And then, like a burst dam, the story spills out. The phone wasn't his. The purchase was a shady deal in a back alley. The frustration wasn't with the camera, it was with the consequences. The cold sweat of a gamble gone wrong. With a sigh, Rich ushers in the man and his broken phone out of the shop. The heavy silence echoing their unspoken pact. The truth had been told, the game was over. That's all for our video. We hope you liked it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Share it with your family and friends. See you next time. Christina stealing money. Here's something curious happening. Les seemed to be very angry over that man. Don't know what that man was doing there and what he had done, which made Les angry. Let's see what will happen.
Go get security. Then go get Ashley and Seth, and then bring me in Christina.
You get it?
The security cameras are on check. What's cooking around, guys? Oh, Christina is on account as she is caught stealing. Les is asking her about her act. See, she's just acting like she has not done anything, but she has not stolen anything. Les is looking hell furious, like he will kill her for her cheating. Ashley and Les are asking questions about her deals. Seth and other Pawn Stars present there are so curious. Les is asking how she does that. Too strange how clever she is. She sold things for a higher amount but reported less amount and stole the leftover money. Everyone there is so angry. What is going to happen now?
Set me free, Christina, and I will open up that door.
Les is curious as he is sure that Christina cannot do this kind of stuff alone. There must be some other people supporting her in his play.
Tell me something that's going to get you out of jail today. Who's doing to me today?
Les is taking it to extremes and asking again and again if there's another one with her.
Have you been working with any other employee? No. All alone without any knowledge of anybody else stealing from us, correct?
Oh God, he asked her to send her to jail if she did not speak the truth. Oh my God, things are getting worse. She's not telling anything. Les is definitely going to send her out of the pawn shop to sell. Mother-daughter fighting. So there's a woman coming with her daughter. She showed some pieces of bottle and a collection of stamps. According to her, it is worthy, but actually it is not. Les asked her that it is not that worthy. Oops, the mother got angry at Les. Because for her, they are worth everything. What will happen now?
So what you got?
I got some really expensive stuff.
Show me.
Oh my God, the daughter charged a fire against her mother.
You better don't. No, you. Girl, what the hell wrong with you?
She triggered her and insulted her for her useless collections and oh my God, look, they're about to have a deadly fight. Oh God, the mother scratched her daughter. Les is stunned.
They don't want get the off my. What the is wrong with you?
The mother and daughter are having extreme fighting conditions. Everyone around is watching them. Les is stunned and did not have any idea that this would happen or it might be very casual to them.
Get the up now.
Okay, the guard has been called. The mother is still beating her daughter well and doesn't want to argue anymore. Both are screaming at each other. The security guard is letting them out. Oh my God, how embarrassing and strange it is to see mother-daughter fighting like that. The security guard gets them out and everyone is laughing at them. Astonished Les.
I had to intervene.
Okay. You don't know who the
Man threatening Les. So a man entered the pawn shop and headed straight towards Les. Seems like it would be a happy deal with that cool customer. Okay, the man had an anniversary today, and so both are sharing some joys together.
I need to get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
It's not your anniversary, too?
Well, yeah, it is mine, too.
That man wants to sell his gold chain and to buy a watch and its replacement. Well, Les will decide if it's real or not. And what will he pay for it to the man? Oops, things are turning around. The chain is not real.
Well, do you really want me to tell you what I think?
Tell me the truth.
They're not real.
The man is claiming it to be real since it is his grandmother's time. But Les is saying it might be real, but it's not because the gold does not have that shine. This might be the saddest thing to happen to that man's wife on her anniversary.
What do you mean they're not real? This is older than both of us.
It probably is.
That man is getting quite furious as he is firm in his belief that it is real.
Okay, I don't think it is, but if you say it is, well, what are you going to give me for this? I want to trade for a watch.
Holy shit, that man is forcing Les to buy that useless chain.
Let me see what you got in watches and take these.
I have a lot of watches, but I'm not taking those.
And now the things got worse as the man has taken Les's family into it.
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I don't think so.
Les is going to kill that man. He's not stopping from bullying Les for his family. Okay, that man is constantly dragging Les's family into it.
Listen, mother, there's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Now everyone around got concerned. Les is hell angry. Ashley is stunned to see the man threatening Les for his wife and family.
Little boy and that fat-ass daughter of yours?
The security guard came to get that man out, and Les is not getting relaxed. So he got out of his cabin as well to take that man to hell. Les held him from the other hand and dragged him out of the shop.
You know what, mother? Come on over here.
Get off of me, don't.
Where you got to go?
Why do you got to push?
That man yelling around, constantly bullying Les and his family. That man started mysterious marching, and definitely everyone wanted him to just get dead. And Les as well wanted him to march out of the cliff. Seth and Les's fight. Les and Ashley seemed to be discussing some serious stuff. Felt like something serious had happened. Everyone is so strange there. Aha, Seth is coming. Quite mysterious and in wrath. He has asked Les to come in and join him.
One way or another, makes no difference to me. It's up to you.
Come talk to me.
Something is definitely happening, which has made Seth so furious. Let's see what is the matter. Oh my God, Seth questioned Les about his policy changing. He's inquiring why he has changed the policy.
You tell my guys after I set policy that the policy is being changed to your old bull ways?
Both are yelling like anything at each other. Seth is screaming that why Les has made changes to the things while Les is getting angry because of Seth's ruthless behavior. It's gonna be very serious. Everyone is intrigued by what is the matter. Les has claimed Seth to pay $40,000 back as per the changed policy.
Giving a 40,000 square foot free-for-all back there? That's no policy!
What do you think brought us to here, Seth?
But Seth is not getting anything. They are having a fight. Oh my God, Seth put fuel into the fire by saying that he can handle the shop better than him. Les is stunned. Everyone around is listening and is terrified of what will happen now.
It's outdated. I can run this place better. I know exactly what needs to be done. I want the opportunity to run this place.
Les is going to take everything very seriously. God knows where that anger will lead both of them to. Les is tailoring Seth that he cannot do anything, and without Les, the pawn shop would close. No one can run the shop better than Les. But things are not getting cool. Seth yelled after Les and got out of the cabin. Ashley, listening to all this, is making fun. God, it is not that serious.
You have no idea what's going on anymore. You need to retire, and I need to take over.
Ashley should take the things to the ground and take it seriously. Well, Les in his anger was constantly getting furious over that debate. Man got beaten by Les. Well, people, there came a black young boy towards Ashley's counter. Ashley asked him, "Greetings. So, is he here to sell something?"
So you want to just pawn it, right? Because you want to be able to get it back?
Yeah.
How much are you looking for?
Is this enough to pay rent?
Hope so. It will be a good deal for that man, until or unless something happens. He is here to sell the ring of his grandmother who just passed away. Well, a really sad news, but it won't affect the deal because business is always a business. He wants to sell this ring to have some money in order to make some funeral arrangements. Well, whatever the cause is, Ashley checked it out, and to surprise, it wasn't real.
Do you have anything else? Because this unfortunately is not real.
It is a fake gold, so it can't make money. This statement made the man angry. He started shouting how strange and creepy it is. He should not react this way. If the ring is not real gold, it is not someone's issue. He should take it out with himself. He started yelling at Ashley, and Ashley is just controlling herself.
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
She does not want to create some mess, but he's not stopping. I think he wants to insult himself. It will make things go mad. He is extremely screaming and trying to hit her out. That crazy man is calling death. The guard came who held him up and set him onto the floor. He's trying to beat Ashley and getting over her.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't
Well, the guard is keeping him away. Les is here. Matter is gonna be very serious. That man is not understanding the matter, still trying to fight. Guard taking him out of the shop. Les is joined and is getting angry over that man. Les and the guard beat him and get him out. Oh my God, what a fight. That crazy man.
Watch Les the pawn shop detective figure out a mystery with messy DJs and laptops held captive. See the suspenseful investigation unfold right here. Laugh and cringe as a shouting woman causes trouble in the pawn shop, making Seth and Les really mad. Then a guard shows up and there's a surprising twist outside.
Okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment. She's telling me this is expired. That's my purse right there. That one right there, the black one.
A meticulous lady strides in armed with confidence and a fake receipt, proclaiming ownership of a purse. Little does she know that Ashley is the store's memory bank, fully aware of every item in its rightful place. The girl in her eagerness attempts to vault over the counter, unaware that Ashley, the guardian of scams, is on duty.
It's my purse right there.
How do you know that's your purse?
Because I know my purse. Here's the money. I want the purse.
That bag would never impulse. If you want to buy it,
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
Undeterred by gravity and common sense, the girl persists in her charade. However, Ashley stands firm, recognizing the futility of the scam and the level of wrongness involved. It's like trying to sneak a peek at the answer key when the teacher is watching. Yeah, that's not happening.
First of all, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. Give me my purse or I'm going to come over that counter and get it myself.
oh my God.
Get your hands off me.
Have a nice day. Let's go.
You.
With a swift resolution to this failed escapade, the girl finds herself unceremoniously escorted out of the store. Lesson learned: Ashley's scam radar is always on, and jumping over counters won't get you far in this pawn-filled drama. Enter the family feud. Ashley drops the bomb on her brother Seth, calling him a hypocrite. But why? Well, he casually throws around $880 for a painting, while Ashley, according to her, can't even snag a deal for $30. Sibling dynamics at their finest. The plot thickens as Ashley confronts Seth about the apparent double standards. She probes into the intricacies of spending $880, questioning how bad it could be. Seth, in classic sibling fashion, argues that his purchases are all about resale value, a concept he conveniently forgets when it comes to Ashley's shopping habits. According to him, he's the revenue guru. Things heat up as Ashley demands an apology. Seth
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops, and that whoever did it is working with one of our guys. You want to come out and talk to him? All right. Thank you.
Who is it?
Les is hit with some unexpected news. A few guys claim that they've been pawned by a girl from the staff. Les, ever the detective, approaches the situation with a mix of suspicion and humor, wondering aloud if he's either unintentionally swindling customers or if bizarre customers have taken up a new form of thievery.
Tell me.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna
Bring them out to the back.
some of it in.
Okay, wait. You pawned something.
Yes, she had to take it to
When
her
did you pawn it?
Today.
Today.
She
Okay.
had to take it to her.
And the money?
Yes.
These two kids come in and talk about have some girl pawned 2 laptops.
The plot thickens as 2 disheveled DJs step into the scene, laptops held hostage. The atmosphere turns somber as the weight of the situation sinks in. It's a strange occurrence that has everyone wearing expressions of confusion and concern. Les, with his seasoned cool, casually queries about the laptop's ownership, revealing they're registered under the mysterious girl's name.
Split the money 3 ways, and one of my employees was gonna walk it out the back door. Either this is a new way for my employees to steal from me.
To contact the owner because we want to.
I am the owner.
I'm just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have them.
And it's in her name.
No, that's why I wanted to know if
I can't do it.
The tension rises, but Les doesn't crack under pressure. Maturely handling the situation, he asserts that he needs the lowdown to work his magic and get those laptops back where they belong. It's a pawn shop mystery, and Les is the detective determined to unravel the peculiar case of laptops and loyalties.
Because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days of free cash.
If you're a new customer with us, first 30 days, you can get interest-free loan. You only pay $1 per store.
But it's saying if I brought a friend with me, that I can get 30 days of free cash.
It's for an interest-free loan.
Okay, so there came a woman at the counter. Let's see what she's gonna come up with. Is she asking for free money? I think she might possibly be mad, though it is kind of funny that she's got enough courage to come up and ask for money without investing anything. Now, the lady at the counter frowned and asked her if she paid or not. Intriguingly, she hasn't paid anything, but she's still asking for money. Holy shit, what's wrong with some people?
You're just misreading it.
No,
It's
you're
your
misreading
problem.
it. That's not what the y'all saying to say, bitch. It says I get free cash for 30 days in this month.
You're not getting no free cash.
Where does it say that? Who told you to get in there?
You did.
I'm not talking to you. I need my cash. I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
Oh, and to make matters worse, she started shouting at her. Everyone around started looking at her, wondering what the hell was going on. Seth and Les get a little furious as everybody's just standing around trying to figure out what's going on. She started bullying her, but the lady tried to explain to her again that she misunderstood the agreement and they're not just gonna give her free cash. But this lady's just not listening to anybody. Well, Seth then enters, so who knows what's gonna happen now.
I brought my friend with me.
If you get a loan and you refer a friend, you can get 30 days, interest free. That doesn't mean we're just gonna hand you cash. What do you have to pawn?
Come on now. You don't have to talk. I'm the
Don't screaming. Can you read? Read what
No,
it says.
can you read what-
I can read. I can read.
People was waiting to get her.
You don't have to pawn.
Shut the
Les entered and asked her whether she read the whole document or not, and she was not listening and constantly arguing and pointing to them as if they had done something wrong. Meanwhile, other women decided to intrude, and oh my god, it's gonna be funny. Looks like they've all decided to have a fight in the pawn shop. Wonder how that's all gonna end. And it looks like Les is gonna join in too.
The other woman that just jumps in the middle.
You gotta get in line. People gotta get out your ass. You gotta get out. Leave me on the lawn, bitch. No, bitch. Leave me on the lawn, bitch. I'm from the way, bitch.
All you need to do is read.
Now see the other women get in and start shouting at her as everybody behind her was waiting for her to get out of the queue. So they started fighting and now they're all having an immense fight. Everybody around is watching and laughing at them. Well, the guard had to go and break everything up. Well, at least they're all gonna get treated the same way, especially the one who created the mess. Pretty sure they're gonna hold him up and throw him out. And there they go, they're still shouting and fighting with each other as well.
They really wanted to go at it, so we let them go at it in the parking lot for a little minute. All I saw was ass cracks and elbows.
They were sent outside and they started beating on each other, holding each other by their hair. Man, they beat the crap out of each other, and people around them were just watching and waiting and having a curious but funny conversation about their nonsense. Talk about a hella cringe episode.
It's Robert. Robert, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. You might be interested in.
Okay, so there's a guy coming into the pawn shop with something in his hand, maybe a poster. But what's it for? He came to Seth and the other man and showed them this poster. Now it feels like they're interested in it and there might be a handsome deal between them.
Detroit Lions players had signed.
Did you drag it in?
So during the flood, I seen it down there, and that's when I pulled it out. She went down there and she supported these people, and while she was walking the picket line, she would gather signatures.
You got Williams over here.
That's what, Steve Farkas?
This is the first time a guy actually brought in and
I just got on the picket line because I'm on strike right now myself. We've been on strike for almost 3 months now. $1,000.
He started describing the poster that's mainly about the protest of people in history, and it's got lots of signs of well-known people and has got a lot of worth. He explained everything in one go and demanded a heavy amount for it as it was really valuable to him. Seth told him that it's got some stains on it, and it's no doubt the same poster of historical strike, which made it worthy, but for him it might make a lot of difference.
hate the condition of it.
I understand, and I
You gotta understand when it comes down to collectors, everything is about condition.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if your dad saw this, jump on the heartbeat.
Seth and the man explained that it's not about the worth that he's asking for in terms of thousands of dollars, but it's also about the condition of the poster, and it's not in a very good one. The man is continuously arguing that it's got signs all over it. If Les has seen it, that he'll definitely be surprised and definitely pay more than $1,000 bucks. Well, as for Les, he just came in.
Sharper. They need to make an effort We close these deals quickly.
Through my research in that, I seen personally that one just like this, Minto, and he got $950 for it.
Right, man. So if that was me, why would you want $1,000 for this?
He only had one signature. I have at least a dozen.
But with this tear up here,
Yeah, and the
condition it's in, the water stain on the bottom, it's just a hard thing to sell.
Yeah, but even though it's in this condition, how many of it exist? Very rare.
And it's uncertified.
Right.
You know.
I'll sell for $5.
Les judged the entire piece and told him that he's asking for too much. And later on, they further described that it's torn from the top and the bottom. And it's also got damage and they can't pay more for it. But he still won't agree to pay for it. But he did say that he'd charge $500 off of the amount, but they couldn't reduce it any further.
Value? Let's make a deal. $75? No way.
Who's gonna buy it from you?
I'll just put it back in my basement, let it collect dust.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now wouldn't make a difference, you're saying?
200.
Nobody in life is ever gonna offer you more than us.
According to Seth, it's a historical and cool piece and might be a profitable deal for them. So he asked the man if they'll pay $750 for it. But the man was stunned and said that they're paying too little. He said that you should pay more, but Les is arguing that no one can pay you more than this.
You change your mind, we'll honor the 100.
Which would you prefer, 520s or a $100 bill?
520 seems like more, wouldn't it?
520s.
What's to me?
520s right now. 100 hours. Take it or leave it.
520s.
Got a deal.
$100.
Thank you. Hi, man. Thank you. There's no question. It's a one-of-a-kind piece yet. It's a little bit of damage on it, but it's got a lot of autographs. I know we're going to make a profit.
He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, the happy deal was made.
This is the guy?
Right there. Here they come again.
Les?
Hi, how are you?
I'm attorney Kyle DeQueef.
So there's a man, probably an attorney with two ladies along, coming inside towards Les at a pawn shop. Now, Les knew about it before. He asked for Les, and fortunately, he was at the counter. He asked why they had arrived at the store.
She's retained me to represent her in regard to a ring.
Okay.
My client brought in a $10,000 ring here, and she wants to either collect the remaining money owed to her on the ring or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me explain to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
He said that he came here for the ring, which they bought from these ladies for $10,000, but they didn't pay and gave them the receipt. Now, he put up the receipt and showed it to Les and accused them of cheating and stealing from the women and taking their expensive ring. But Les was cool and controlled his anger.
Whoever produced this ticket didn't understand this is the amount of numbers that are here.
Okay.
Number two is state law mandates that we print the law in a 12-point font.
Okay.
This is much smaller.
That is some bull.
It may be bull, but that's the truth.
I don't know how I got mixed up, but
There's the game-changing point. Les, after listening to him, explained that he will reveal the truth now by showing the real receipt that they had. He went and came back with real receipts that they've been giving to the customers. There, he spotted major differences. He notified him of the major changes in the receipt that he brought. The man looked rather weak and stunned in response.
printing wrong or whatever, but this is the ticket he got from here.
He didn't get it from him. He didn't get it from him.
So now we just liars and we just come
I'm
here.
not saying that you are.
So you trying to send my son a liar?
I wish I had better news for you, but
That's bull. That's bull.
The numbers don't match up. The paper stock doesn't match up. This is a fake.
Now you side with them. You're not representing us. If I don't get my ring or my money from them, how you gonna get paid?
The attorney turned to the women, but oh my god, they're still accusing Les of having given them the wrong receipt and asking the attorney to take the money from Les. The man, being down on himself as you can see, argued with them. The man showed the evidence to the ladies and told them that they were having the wrong receipt, but they continued to argue.
The ticket, how about that?
No, I don't believe that the store gave me this ticket.
Nah, well, I don't believe you a real attorney. We ain't got it right. All this somebody better give me my money.
Yeah.
he's my attorney.
You, him, security.
Have a nice day.
Nah, you got me, bitch.
Sorry, young man.
The ladies started harassing both of them and started using personal attacks. They were all arguing amongst themselves. Pretty crazy. The attorney went back as he can't do anything for the ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
$50.
Why is it $50? The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan for $75 instead of the $50.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in more than 50.
If you know purses, then you know the.
As our unsuspecting customer strolls into the kitchen at Chaos, little does she know what's cooking today. Ashley, patiently bracing herself for another round of absurdity, politely inquires about what the customer's looking to offload. The girl, blissfully unaware of the purse's actual value, confidently suggests a price that's almost a steal.
It costs way more than that.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses. It was torn. It was stained. It's not even last season's bag. The thing is old.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though, so if it wasn't worth it.
And now the plot thickens. The lady asserts that if Ashley truly understood purses, she'd gladly accept the offered amount. However, Ashley, standing firm in her claim that the purse is torn and not worth more than $50, creates a hilarious clash of valuation difference.
We even say $50.
So they didn't say it wasn't worth it.
Can I talk to somebody else? I don't want to talk to your pepperoni looking ass. Can I get somebody
My pepperoni looking ass. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. She take a look at her own ass.
Can I get somebody else to talk to? It don't even matter. I don't have to talk to you.
And I don't talk to you either, so why don't you go home? Leave
Can
our
I
store.
talk to somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You
I'm the
disrespectful.
manager. I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch.
F you.
And it's time to cue the drama. Ashley throws out the bold figure of $50, and it hits the customer like a curveball she wasn't ready for. Feeling the heat, our lady teeters on the edge of diplomacy and blurts out the unforgettable line. She labels Ashley a pepperoni ass and decides that she'd rather chat with anyone but her. Talk about spicing up negotiations.
3 males walked into a pawn shop. One of the suspects stood at the door as a lookout while the other 2 suspects walked directly over to the display cases.
So, like, these 3 guys roll into the pawn shop, just casually strolling in. The other 2 guys, they head straight to the fancy display cases. It's all got suspicious vibes. And then, bam! One of them whips out a sledgehammer and starts smashing the glass. Things are starting to get pretty wild.
At some point, a customer from the place is seen leaving calmly while the lookout tells her to hurry up.
The suspects appeared to be wearing heavy-duty gloves in order.
At one moment, a person from the shop strolls out all calm, and someone's keeping an eye on her, urging her to speed up. The people thought to be involved seem to have on these tough gloves, maybe so they don't get any cuts.
Not to get cut while removing the glass from the cases. Both suspects placed the jewelry and many other valuables in the bags.
So when they took off the glass from the cases, both of them put the jewelry and lots of other valuable stuff into bags. After that, they hightailed it out of the store in a black Mercury Marquis.
Case at? Where the case at? Where is it at? Where he put them on?
The guy storms into the pawn shop all worked up and starts shouting about a missing case. He's demanding to know where it is, and he appears to be accusing the staff of removing. The feeling of stress in the air is increasing, and it's obvious that something is wrong.
We do not take games. Take your wise my damage to that's the way it came in like the kids. I know. You gonna act like I ain't got no sense?
He's accusing us of taking games out of his unit. Look at the ticket. It never said with game.
The atmosphere gets even more intense as the guy accuses the pawn shop of messing with his games. Les, the cool guy at the pawn shop, stands his ground. The customer's getting more agitated, making accusations and even talking about blowing up the place, which is just adding to the chaos.
At that point, man, you can get your arms up off belly and none of your body parts on you, bro.
After all the stress I have, the last thing I need is a customer causing a scene.
Despite the escalating situation, Les stays calm. He tries to talk sense into the upset customer, especially with a big event coming up the next day.
I know how to walk. I ain't illiterate because I part of the week, and y'all motherfuckers in my middle and put them games in there. And you wasn't even standing there when I pondered it. Somebody need to blow this place up.
It's time to go, sir.
You ain't gonna get my window up. I'm not. Let go. Can I get my weed? Don't get it for you, don't worry. You're making a threat like that?
The situation becomes alarming when the upset customer makes a threat to blow up the place. Les, rightfully concerned about the safety of everybody, asks the guy to leave. Security becomes a priority, and the customer's demand for his belongings takes a back seat to the potential danger that he's creating. That's a challenging moment for Les, who's just trying to manage the chaos caused by an irate customer.
How's it going, man?
What's going on, man?
Everything doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Good. What can I do for you?
Let me get at least like 400 for this watch right here.
What can I do for you today?
Can I get like 400 for this watch right here? It's worth $820.
Les, chilling at the pawn shop, notices a guy walking in, watch in hand. Les, being friendly, asks how things are going. The guy, hopeful, wants $400 for his watch. Les, the cool pawn detective, calmly discusses the watch's worth, revealing it's valued at about $82.
Yo, man, tell me the truth. What'd you really pay?
Telling you the truth, man. Come on, give me four for this watch, man. Come on, man.
We deal in high-end watches. This was worthless. Nothing for us to deal with.
Come on, give me like $450 for this watch.
You yelling at me.
I got a baby on the way, dog.
Congratulations.
I'm sick of living at the crib, man. My girl on my head.
The negotiation heat rises as the guy insists on $400, but Les suggests $7. The guy, pleading and sharing his life story about a baby on the way, asks for $400 again. Les stands firm, offering him the same price, which leads to a bit of yelling. The guy, feeling frustrated, calls the place bull ass and expresses his discontent.
You want $10?
Oh, no, don't do it $10.
I have no idea.
Go to Coney Island. Give me
Coney Island
$10.
is good.
No, Coney Island on $10. Got a baby on the way. They gonna do this to me, dog. What you looking like a crazy fool?
The tension escalates, and the guy feels disrespected, using strong words and even threatening Les. Les, staying cool, suggests maybe he should have been given $400, hinting at a broken lamp that needs payment. The situation gets intense, with the guy considering if he should have taken the deal.
Cash for this watch, man. 400?
I'm sorry.
This is a bullshit ass place, man. This whole ass place, dog.
Excuse me.
You call it what? You calling a bitch?
You?
I'll knock you the out. You don't know who you talking to.
Tell me.
Dog, don't touch me, homie, dog. Touch me, man.
Then maybe he would have been able to pay me for the lamp that he broke.
Yo, I'm off you, dog.
The guy, still upset, leaves the shop, but not without some fiery words. Les reflects on the encounter, realizing maybe he should have given $400 to avoid the chaos. The drama ends, leaving behind a mix of emotions and a used watch. Life at the pawn shop remains unpredictable and full of surprises.
How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
I'm Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
you.
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're gonna give me $500.
Well, actually, if this was gold, but it was brass, it had no value. I understand. You have court issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I don't know why you do.
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You gotta give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No, you can give me something
Just don't
for
beat
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that. It's the. Ow, I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Get out of here! I go,
You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy. I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister. So what you got?
The atmosphere takes an unexpected turn when the woman unveils a unique item, a mysterious fox mink. Les, unfamiliar with such creatures, engages in a lighthearted conversation to understand more about this fox mink. The woman, with a hint of mystery, reveals her intention to sell it.
A mink fox?
I don't know. I'm not into animals.
Fox. I've heard of fox. I've heard of mink. So fox mink. Did you want to pause?
As the conversation unfolds, Les dives into the details of the fox mink, trying to grasp its worth. The woman shares anecdotes about the origins of the item, painting a vivid picture of its history. Les, playing the role of the detective, subtly negotiates and gathers information to figure out the best deal.
So, how much did you want for it?
$50,000.
The encounter concluded with the woman deciding to part ways with her fox mink. Les, using his seasoned charm, finalizes the deal. The quirky tale of the winter-dressed woman and her unique pawned item adds an unexpected twist to the usual pawn shop routine, leaving both parties with a memorable experience.
Woman comes in to sell me a high-end bottle of liquor. Ma'am, I'm
Is that what you're saying? You have no respect. When you want to take a person when they down,
fit the liquor inside the bottle.
and anytime you're going to belittle a person.
Ma'am, I didn't belittle you.
As the door chimes, the woman confidently walks in, clutching an empty liquor bottle. She aims for a bold move, attempting to pawn the bottle for a cool $100. Les, with his discerning eye, swiftly rejects the proposal, explaining that a filled bottle would fetch a better price. The woman, not thrilled with the response, raises her voice, demanding respect and expressing her discontent.
I'll give you $100.
It's not worth more than $100.
Especially when you say I wouldn't give you $100.
Don't you ever walk up to my
Baby,
dad.
hey, baby, don't point your finger.
Life after this,
Ma'am.
don't you dare ever
Ma'am,
come in
you
here
are
again.
in my face.
I don't care. You're in my dad's store, and don't you ever think about coming in here
You know
again.
what?
Turn your ass around. Badass out the door now.
Nowhere, Ashley steps up like a superhero. Now, she doesn't just cool things down, she straight up shuts the woman down. With confidence, Ashley tells her to leave and never come back. Suddenly, the chaos turns into quiet thanks to Ashley's quick and firm action.
Son of a bitch. Where the hell is he? Rich! He's on the floor. People are waiting to pay us for their merchandise. He's not there. We're losing money. I'd had Rich's back.
In the heart of the pawn shop, Les faces a moment of frustration and disbelief. The absence of Rich, a trusted ally for over 2 decades, leaves Les feeling betrayed. The urgency of customers waiting to make payments adds to the tension, and the weight of loyalty becomes a central theme in this unexpected turn of events.
Since the first day he came here, over 20 years ago. I feel betrayed. Didn't I just have an employee meeting to tell everybody that they need to step up on their game? I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bullshit with them. I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen?
As the minutes tick away, the atmosphere inside the pawn shop grows more intense. Les reflects on his long-standing support for Rich, highlighting his sense of loyalty that spans a quarter century. He recalls a recent employee meeting where he emphasized the need for everyone to step up their game. Disappointment and frustration seep into his words as he confronts the situation, a pawn shop mystery intertwined with personal and professional loyalties.
I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. They're out there trying to sell their jewelry. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bullshit with them. They end up walking out the front door. You put me in a position that you were the next to go.
In this pivotal moment, Les delivers a stern warning to a fellow employee, Bobby J. The scene unfolds with Les observing interactions and attempts at sweet-talking customers. The threat of termination looms as he recounts the consequences of letting down the team. The dialogue underscores the severity of the situation and the potential impact on job security. Tension rises as Les grapples with the repercussions of the unfolding events.
Rich, I'm out. Tell your dad to off.
You up your job.
As the confrontation escalates, Les draws a line in the sand. The ultimatum is clear: compliance or termination. The final seconds capture the raw emotion and frustration of a loyal employee who feels unappreciated and misunderstood.
He knew he was in trouble once we walked through that door. Joe, did you steal from me? Tell me the truth.
Inside the pawn shop, a sense of trouble looms as the head of security, Joe, faces a difficult moment. The air is heavy with anticipation as accusations are laid out. In a tense exchange, the truth emerges when Joe admits to stealing. The weight of the admission sets the stage for the unraveling of a trusted employee's actions.
The detectives call in uniformed officers to put the cuffs on. And then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out an assortment of jewelry worth over $7,000.
As the admission hangs in the air, the situation takes an unexpected turn. Detectives call in uniformed officers to apprehend Joe. A place built on trust is now shaken to its core as the true extent of the betrayal unfolds.
You go this way. This is my loyal employee, my head of security, a guy that I trust.
The arrest unfolds and reality sinks in for the pawn shop owner. The disbelief is evident as a devoted employee, the head of security for the previous 3 years, is carried away in handcuffs. The emotional weight of the betrayal is clear in the owner's voice, which expresses the anguish of putting trust in someone who later proved dishonest.
If he was, he could be anyone.
As the scene unfolds, questions linger in the air. The owner ponders the possibility of Joe working with someone else, leaving the situation shrouded in uncertainty. The aftermath of the betrayal raises concerns about potential accomplices and adds another layer to the unfolding drama. The final seconds leave the audience in suspense, contemplating the true extent of the security guard's actions.
Are you her customer or mine?
I'm talking to you. Come on.
This lady got so irate because she wanted to be next in line. She wanted to be first. She felt that she was the most important out of every customer. You're next in line, so I'm gonna be right with you.
Okay, well, come on. It doesn't matter. What the are you? You're not the police. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. What are you gonna do?
You already know.
In the opening scene, Ashley is at the counter with a lengthy line of customers. A sudden disruption occurs when a black woman attempts to cut in front of everybody else. Ashley confronts her, asking, "What are you doing?" The woman becomes upset, but Ashley firmly asserts, "You can't do that stuff here."
Goodbye.
Come back here. Let's talk right now. Take the receipt.
What would you like to do with it, ma'am?
I want to pay.
Well, you have to go to those windows.
No. I come to this line any other time.
Not at this window.
Okay, well, I'm not going to stand in the line.
In the wrong line. Get in the other line.
And I'm not going to get in another line. I'm going to walk straight up to the damn window.
We won't take you.
The woman continued standing in line at the counter. Les approached her, inquiring about the situation. She explained that she wanted to pay, but refused to move to the next window. Les informed her that in the pawn shop, crossing others in line isn't allowed, emphasizing the importance of waiting your turn.
Care of you.
Well, y'all just only
see this lady here? All the other customers.
Okay, and I always come to this line.
I'm sorry. You have to stand in the other line.
Okay, well, I'll be back before y'all close.
You can do whatever you want in this line. She can't. Can't wait your turn.
We'll be back later.
Following the interaction, the woman eventually complied and moved to another window. Les, taking action, instructed the workers at that window not to accept their payment. He firmly directed the woman to wait in line like the other customers, reinforcing the shop's policy on fair and orderly transactions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, jackass.
Take your
bitch.
Take
yeah, that's you.
And get it to
you. You make me.
We don't,
sir,
we don't want
please.
this. You can take this stuff.
Sir,
Listen, don't shine.
Listen. I don't know what the problem was.
As the interaction begins, the customer expresses gratitude, but the tone takes an unexpected turn. Tensions rise as the customer's language becomes confrontational. The shopkeeper, addressing the situation calmly, refuses to tolerate mistreatment. The dynamics shift from appreciation to conflict, showcasing the challenges of customer service in a brief yet intense moment.
Came in here, tried to spend my money is what I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
And come instead of trying to come in here, I'm not even talking to you.
I need a liver transplant.
Why?
Seriously?
They didn't even look at these cards.
Sour Patch Kids.
The narrative unfolds with the arrival of another customer, visibly intoxicated. The shopkeeper navigates the encounter with a mix of tolerance and assertiveness. The customer attempts to engage in banter, revealing signs of alcohol influence. The shopkeeper, unswayed, maintains composure and subtly addresses the situation, highlighting the challenges of dealing with individuals under the influence.
I'm not even out here trying to get this $30. Not paying on my...
$50 for that.
Jeff, take him out, please.
Better not put his damn car.
How would you?
Man, what the?
In this segment, a discussion ensues about cards and a potential liver transplant. The shopkeeper encounters a situation where the customer's intentions are unclear. Misunderstandings arise, and the shopkeeper skillfully navigates the conversation. The dialogue touches on humorous elements while portraying the complexity of communication in a retail setting.
What, is it, ma'am?
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Man, come on, you the dude with the ponytail?
The wife's racking my nuts on my telephone constantly.
Two earrings in your ear.
Does it matter?
Just take it off, put it with mine a little bit, let it get a little bit more weight to it, and go ahead and give me my money.
Does that make sense?
Right this way.
I mean, you can't come back.
Damn this! Go out my way now! One of y'all touch me! I'll break this.
I'm more than happy to go to the ends of the earth for you. When you come in like an ass, you be walked out like an ass.
The scene takes a surprising turn as the atmosphere shifts. The shopkeeper reassures the customers that, despite challenges, the store is dedicated to going the extra mile for them. The encounter, starting with tension, concludes with an assurance of excellent service. This final part encapsulates the roller coaster of emotions within a brief time frame, showcasing the highs and lows of customer interactions.
You just love today?
Man, how you doing, brother? What's the deal on this TV here?
This TV right here is $400.
$400?
Yeah.
I was in here 2 weeks ago, sold you this mother for $90. Now you gonna ask me $400 for it, man?
In the electronics section of the store, a customer named Robert engages in a conversation about a TV with the store employee. The casual tone sets the stage for what seems like a routine interaction. The customer questions the TV's price, sparking a humorous recount of a previous encounter where he claims to have purchased the same TV for a lower price.
Are you kidding me? So you're making a $310 profit off me? Bull, man.
Can I help you?
Who are you, man? I come in here 2 weeks ago, just like I told this
Gentlemen.
do something with your hair, man. And then y'all gonna sell it for $400. You gonna make that much profit off me?
As the dialogue unfolds, the customer expresses dissatisfaction with the marked up price, claiming the store will profit significantly from his purchase. A manager steps in, attempting to resolve the situation. Tensions rise as the customer questions the legitimacy of the price hike and demands a resolution, emphasizing the financial disparity between his purchase and the intended selling price.
Brother,
Where's your receipt?
can you not understand English, my brother?
No, I can't, my brother. I don't believe that he wants a TV for nothing.
I'll just take the TV, man. Right out this door right
Sure you
here.
will.
And I'll be gone.
I would like to see you trust out here so fast.
Trust out by who? Who are you?
Les asserts his role, introducing himself and trying to understand the customer's concerns. The customer, however, remains skeptical, challenging the legitimacy of the store's actions. The language barrier becomes a point of contention as the customer questions whether the manager understands English. The atmosphere becomes charged with frustration and confusion.
Green Mile.
You're talking luck, and they're not going to be happy.
Here, I ain't going out the door, man. Y'all ain't gonna put me on no door, man. I ain't going no.
The customer threatens to take the TV and leave without making a purchase. The manager issues a stern warning, asserting that any attempt to take the TV without completing the transaction will result in immediate removal from the store. The confrontation takes an assertive turn, with both parties standing their ground.
Once I get this TV. Man, get up off me. Man, get off me. Man, get off me. I ain't going outside. Get my damn my damn shoe, player. Y'all got my shoe. You got my money. It's joint.
This guy was acting like a total baby. He wanted attention, and he got it.
Despite the warnings, the customer decides to leave the store, expressing discontent with the entire experience. He accuses the store of mistreatment and vows never to return. The situation concludes with dramatic flair as the customer exits, leaving behind a sense of dissatisfaction and a promise never to return.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm
I
sorry.
was hoping to
Okay, so whose ring is this?
my grandma's.
Oh. So you want to just pawn it, right? Because you want to be able to get it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
It's not real. What you mean it's not real?
It's not real gold.
A guy comes in feeling sad and asks Ashley to pawn his grandma's ring, explaining that she passed away and it's all he has. When Ashley checks the ring, she gently says it's not real. Concerned, she asks if he's got anything else, wanting to help him in a simple way.
You saying basically y'all sit up here and waste my time talking to you?
You don't waste your time. If you have a TV, you can pawn your TV.
What the I look like pawning my TV?
Do you have a TV?
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
It's acting really erratic and it's making me really nervous.
Lower your voice.
Don't
Lower your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower
put your
voice.
finger in
Lower
my
your
face.
voice. Lower your
Don't
voice.
put your finger.
Ashley breaks the news that the ring isn't real. The person gets upset, saying it's not fake. Ashley suggests pawning a TV instead, but he questions why he should. Despite Ashley's efforts, the man gets angrier, repeatedly telling her to lower her voice. Ashley asks him not to point fingers at her face, but he ignores her.
I'm trying to help you solve
Like
your
this,
issue.
lower your voice.
The next thing I know, this guy snapped.
Lower
Don't
your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower your
put your
voice.
finger.
You got me up. No, let's go. Let me go. Let me go.
On the ground, bitch. On the ground. On the ground, mother.
The security guard intervenes, slamming the upset person to the ground and then dragging him out of the pawn shop. The situation escalates and the guard takes decisive action to maintain order. Next up, we've got this episode where a heavily muscled individual made his way over to meet Les to complain about equipment he got from the store that got busted.
Somebody bought this. This piece of junk I bought in here just a couple days ago don't work now. It's broken. What is it? Little ab lounger I bought here, man. Workout.
In the midst of the pawn shop's hustle, a burly customer approaches Les with a complaint. He's upset about a busted piece of exercise equipment, an AV lounger purchased just days ago. Les, sticking to the store policy, explains that they can only provide an exchange, not a cash refund. Tensions rise as the customer vehemently rejects the idea of an exchange, demanding his money back. They can only hand over another item in place of the faulty one.
If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange. I could give you
I
something.
don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money?
As the disagreement escalates, the customer insists on a cash refund, dismissing the option of another item. Les faces a dilemma, stuck between policy and customer satisfaction. The clash intensifies as the customer becomes forceful in his demand for a monetary refund, setting the stage for a heated confrontation. Les could match him word for word without fear.
Better be some money.
Or what?
Or what? There's going to be a problem. How about
What
that?
kind of...
Les, accompanied by his trusty companion Byron the Snuggle Bear, stands his ground. The customer challenges Les with threats of problems if he doesn't comply. Unfazed, Les maintains his position, asserting that the store's policy is non-negotiable. The heir becomes charged with confrontation as both parties refuse to back down.
I don't need you.
As things got super heated between Les and the customer, Byron tried to step in to calm the man down. As the situation reaches a boiling point, Les and the customer engage in a verbal showdown. The customer grows increasingly forceful and Les warns against physical contact. Byron attempts to mediate and calm the customer, but his intervention takes an unexpected turn, adding a new layer of tension to the already heated exchange.
Really?
The confrontation takes a risky turn when the customer, ignoring Les's warnings, attempts physical contact. Byron, in a misguided attempt to intervene, escalates the situation further. Les stands firm, refusing to be intimidated while tensions continue to rise. Les questions a man's marriage. Les uses a customer's words against her. There's trouble in the office, but Les reminds Seth that he's the boss. Les kicks off the day questioning a man's marriage, using customers' words against her. Trouble brews in the office, but Les asserts his authority as the boss, teaching a disrespectful man a memorable lesson. Les shows that he's not just a pawnbroker, baby. He's a boss in control.
Here are savage Les Gold moments. It looks like Les is more interested in this man's marriage than his business. Les woke up this morning with the urge to roast someone, and of all the people he could roast, he picked this guy. Things take an unexpected turn.
Now, in a surprising twist, Les dives into the man's marriage, leaving everybody shocked. Les humorously challenges the man's absurd scenario, roasting him in a way that only Les can. The man's attempt to buy an anniversary present with his wife's jewelry backfires, adding a touch of humor to the pawn shop drama.
You get a watch for my wife's anniversary?
Oh, it's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
How many years you been together?
25 years.
Oh, okay. How many good ones? So how did you get these?
Well, we were going through some of her jewelry. She said this belonged to my grandma.
They're not real.
Les posts a customer's watch request, questioning the authenticity of the jewelry. Unfazed, Les detects the fake and confronts the customer's peculiar anniversary gift plan. The customer tries to defend himself, but Les, in his signature style, keeps it real and uncovers the truth behind the fake jewelry.
And hold on a second. How come the old man wants to buy his wife an anniversary present with her own jewelry? That is one hell of a ridiculous scenario. What this man could have done at this moment is leave. But nope, some of these customers love to start drama.
This is older than both of us.
It probably is. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
Les faces a customer who crosses the line, insulting his family. For the first time, Les takes matters into his own hands, delivering a stern warning. The tension rises as Les draws the line, showcasing a side of him that won't tolerate disrespect towards his loved ones.
And?
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Listen, mother, there's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Oh,
so here's the deal.
For a moment, we thought...
Two of you. Here's the deal.
Get out of here, two of you.
I'll hurt you guys so bad. Sure you will. Better get in the front. Sure you will.
In a final showdown, Les lays down the law. With no patience left, he kicks the disrespectful customers out, warning them of dire consequences if they return. Les reveals his savage side, making it clear that disrespecting his family won't be tolerated under any circumstances.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
That's good. I want to pawn this TV.
I can go 100.
Excuse me?
So here's a guy who wants $400 on a $200 TV. What the is he thinking?
People can help me move my stuff back in my mother's house. 100 is not going to do, sir. I need more than that.
But I can't give you more. See, it's a used TV.
A young man enters the pawn shop seeking to pawn a TV for $400. Les, the owner, declines the initial offer and counteroffers $100. The guy, explaining his need to move back to his mom's house, expresses that $100 won't be sufficient for his situation.
You know, I have to get away. You see this? He did this last night.
What did he do to you last night?
He beat me up last night. You clearly don't see that. See, you know what?